Hey everyone, welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are Not Great RPG, and we're here for another night.
Well, we're here.
Of this. Yeah. It's fine. You know,
it's fine.
We're just missing one of our members here, but he'll be here momentarily. I think he had to go run out to his car.
Mm-hmm.
He left a bunch of important things in there, as he is prone to do.
Mm-hmm. I think he said, "I'm an asshole," and then ran out the door.
Yeah, we did lock the door, so he can't actually get back in.
He's gonna have to
so
come in through
hopefully,
the
with
window.
any luck, he'll come in the window above me.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll bang on it and yell at us to let us in the house.
Let us in.
Let us in. His house.
His house.
We already did that.
We did that. That is a real thing that happened. Anyway, we're here, and we are going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then we will pop into the action after a brief recap. So always, I'm Don, and in this one, I play Flint Iron Fist. Sorry, I forgot. The days are blending together. I really, I'm Flint Iron Fist. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm Sarah, and I'll be playing Chessa tonight.
I'm John, and I play Olaf. I'm Glenn, and I play Crom.
I'm Chelsea, I play Minerva.
I'm Mike, I play Stalk.
I just love how it's only ever a problem for you as DJ gets stuck.
What?
Did you just... You look like you just crawled out of a hole.
He broke in through the secret sewer entrance that we installed.
It's like found puppetry.
And I'm DJ and my knees don't work.
Should we give you like a little ladder to come up?
Yeah, we got a ladder installed back there. It's really good.
What got me is the ladder is also like greased, so it's really hard to.
We didn't even do that.
Clanny
That was
hands,
he did that on his own, just to really sell it.
The ladder's too squeaky. Let's grease it up a bit.
That's what
I
happened.
can hear my hands
Better
slapping
cover
against
myself
it.
in oil before I
If I
climb.
can slide, I really just want to slide up the ladder.
Like a fireman, but backwards.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. It's great. Take us away.
I'm DJ and I'm the Dungeon Master. The recap's taken forever to load, but I should be able to do most of it from memory. So last week, we picked up with Minerva and Olaf heading to the southeastern guard tower, looking for a place to sleep that night. You spoke to your long-armed friend Selm, who let you know that you're not quite guards yet. And you had to complete your second trial before he could allow you access, right? Or am I going
That
back?
was
You're going
too
back
bad.
2 weeks, DJ.
We were in the
We
guard
were
tower.
in the guard tower
We
with
found
the
our
corpse of
other
Melvin
friends.
getting ready to
correct.
burn the guard tower down.
I remembered, but the wrong thing.
It started sounding familiar in a second. I was like, you said this already.
I feel like deja
Like
vu.
deja vu? Anyone? We're going to pretend like last time.
Oh,
We got to put that on
happened.
bingo.
DJ forgets something.
No, DJ just does the wrong
On recap.
Yeah, that's fair. 'cause
DJ
Princess.
recaps an whole episode.
I did that last week too.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we got to put it on the bingo board now.
All right.
Oh,
So-
no, I don't know.
It's in the other room.
It's
We'll
over
do it
here.
later.
Hang on.
I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
It's over here with me.
Thank you.
So you guys were in the guard tower, looking down at the face of Melvin, dead, bloated, a corpse.
A corpse.
You looked around the rest of the room, found boxes and crates filled with just miscellaneous trade items like chain, rope, stuff like that.
Magic cards.
Ooh,
What?
Oh shit.
Trading collection.
you can't do that because there was a part of me that was like, oh shit, what? So you looked through this room, finished up, and decided to continue exploring the rest of the tower. You went up a floor. You met a man named Sven. Sven was a Goliath guard. Olaf spoke to him about their potential rise to power. And if he had spoken to Rune, the other known Goliath guard, Rune did not tell Sven about his plan. So you spoke to him and his buddy George.
What a pair. Sven
Sven and George.
Thank you for being a Sven.
Talked to Sven and George about like guard duties and what it's like to
George
be
is
a
a
guard.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
All of them were.
We
which is,
learned that they were all pieces of shit.
Yep, you learn they all kill people and steal bodies and such. So it was decided that some justice needed to be visited upon them.
Minerva decided.
Yeah, Minerva decided. So you...
Very important for the recap, DJ, that Minerva decided.
Indeed. What happened?
Hands may have gotten a little spicy.
So, you proceeded up after speaking to George and Sven, finding out that Sven is actually the highest collecting guard. He's collected the most bodies, and Selm was the least. So that's why they made him in charge of real estate. You went up to the next floor where you found sleeping quarters. All the beds were taken, so you continued up another floor, found more sleeping quarters, and in this one there were 2 free beds where you dropped your thing. Well, you didn't drop your things, but Minerva approached a bed, picked a pillow up, and lit it on fire. You then exited to the pinnacle of the tower, where you found a man just kind of resting in a chair, his feet up against the wall, rocking back. Minerva set the back legs of the chair on fire. As he stood up and went, "Ah!" Olaf clapped a hand over his mouth. It's the exact sound he made.
Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh, I
Hey,
got
oh, what the?
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
There we go. Thank you.
I hate that that's all we have to go, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're saying that same thing on 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you set his chair on fire. Olaf clapped a hand over his mouth, tossed him off the top of the guard tower. That dude was taken care
Kill
of.
that man!
Stab that man. Tied off a rope to the top of the pinnacle on one of the
Cinder blocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had Minerva scale down the side of the building, launching fire in through the windows after she launched some down into the holding area right below the pinnacle.
Listen,
It got
Minerva made a lot of
spicy.
decisions, and I was just a man climbing a rope.
Yeah.
Just minding my own business, just climbing this rope.
Weird
What
that this
happened?
murder's happening in my presence.
Oh no.
So,
Shucks.
that happened. The rest of the party came running up to Olaf and Minerva right as they were standing at the front, pretending like they didn't know what was going on. They alerted the guard outside that George and Sven were fighting again. The guard ran in. Minerva and Olaf followed him in, sprayed some oil all over the stairs, lit that on fire, and then barricaded the door.
We also ran out with Melvin.
Yeah, we grabbed Melvin's
Body. That's right. And made your way over to Nenaxi Divers, where you summoned your boat and told Kesgrim to just start rowing and don't stop until you hit land. And do not light a torch. Take Melvin's body and leave. You then went back to the tower, where you proceeded to wait for Ziphli and Dallastek, who, and sure enough, did come sprinting down the road trying to figure out what was happening. Olaf stole Ziphli's sword and stabbed him with it. And as he was doing that, Minerva approached Dallastek, head in her hands, crying, and then held her hands against Dallastek's face in an effort to blind him while producing flame. Fight broke out. You guys killed them both in the street. Fight ended. You looked around I skipped an important thing. Crom disguised himself as like a holy man and was screaming about the rapture.
It is the end of days!
That after summoning his spirit in the tower with the burning floors, aiding to the arson.
And then there was an angel
Yeah, there was an angel.
to fight the demons.
Sure.
No, there was.
There was. That happened.
Yeah.
Fair.
Sarah
Hi.
sprouted wings.
Protector Asimar.
Right. Sorry,
Were you here for the last episode?
when I do the recaps, I skip over the combat because I don't. Not that they're not interesting, but I'm not going to write a play-by-play of combat. So anyway, yeah, there was also an angel then. I just forgot. Yeah. And then you killed them. The onlookers all looked shocked. Some of them ran. Some just stood there just, like they got left home while their family went on Christmas vacation. Following that, you... Crom disguised himself as Ziphli. Flint disguised himself as Dallastek and told the oncoming guards, like, hey guys, we got it, y'all can go home.
Nothing to see here, just the mayor cleaning up a fire.
Proceeded to try to find Ziphli's home on the west side, so you made your way over there. As you were crossing the bridge, there was a guard station there. who, in the presence of Ziphli, called Ziphli a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
Why
Olaf
did that-
decapitated him,
Depecatate.
Depecated.
Why
That
don't
was a
you say
bad
it
call
like
there,
that?
guard boy.
and then tossed his head and his body down into the lake and just continued on their way. Made their way to the northwest guard tower where there's a guard outside. You asked if you could go in, and he went, of course, this is your house, as Kron looked like Ziphli. Made your way into Ziphli's home, started to go through his things while moving your way up to the pinnacle. There was a discussion at the pinnacle as to what to do with Nenaxi, how to handle the fallout of what you just did. The aftermath. That would have been a better title.
It's not too late. I can change it.
It's fine.
No, I'm going to change it. You said it from your own mouth. It would be better.
I say a lot of things that I don't necessarily mean.
Do you want me to change it or no?
It's fine. Yeah, you can change it.
No.
Please don't giggle.
I'm
I
the
see what you're
worst.
saying. It's your campaign. Legitimately, do you want me to change it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we just asked you where you want to get food, and you're like, I don't care. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No,
I
want
don't
that.
care. It's
I
gotta
wanted
be
this.
It's gotta be virgin.
Fuck you!
The aftermath. Bam.
Very good.
Nobody will know.
Yeah,
Except everyone who watches it.
that's fine. Then they'll
It's
appreciate
been
it.
that the whole time.
That was always the title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stood on top of the pinnacle, discussed what to do with Ziphli, the aftermath of what you just did. Crom and Minerva had a brief argument about who was qualified to lead the Naxi.
Choice
Dad.
words.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder.
Crom walked away, went downstairs, started looking through Ziphli's things, and that's where we're going to pick up this week.
Also, we found that, Chessa found that paper.
Yes, also there was a deed that when it reflected a sketch of the holder, said that person was the property owner of West 36. She handed it to somebody else, can't remember who, I thought it was Minerva.
It went from her to her. Yes.
Minerva picked it up, saw a sketch of herself, established that this is some type of magic deed. Yeah, and then that's where we pick up this.
Cool. So.
Are we still, on the
Yeah,
rooftop?
who would you like to pick up with? Because the last things that were said were when I was holding Flint like this, beckoning out over our new kingdom,
Everything
saying,
the light touches.
everything that Olaf touches is ours now, Flint, and I'm just gonna menacingly pat you on the back. But yeah, no, it's, if you want to pick up with us still on the roof, that's fine. If you wanted to do his stuff,
We will pick up with you guys on the roof because I still gotta write your thing.
okay,
Do you want me to leave?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye!
Yeah, because I mean everybody else was on the roof still, correct? You were on the roof also, right?
I think so.
I thought so. I thought it was like he said what he did to Minerva and then was like, I'm gonna go back down the trapdoor. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, you and I, as far as I can recall, we were standing in front of the rocking chair,
Yeah, we were.
just
Yep.
looking out over everything.
Yeah, over the city.
Yeah, over the city, and Ziphli's head dangling from the rope over our beautiful new tower.
This is ours now.
Yes, all of it is ours, Flint.
That's true, I suppose, if we killed the owner of the town.
Yes, that means that now all of these things are, in fact, ours.
Are you claiming ownership of Nenaxi?
I think that the people will want a leader.
Is there no chain of command in this town?
I believe Dallastek was next, and oh no, Dallastek is gone. How unfortunate.
Terrible, really.
Truly terrible. Just a series of unfortunate events has befallen Nenaxi, it seems.
And we
have
were here, thankfully, to take over.
to help in the midst of turmoil. It'll be good. We'll be able to retrieve Kesgrim with Melvin's body and expose Ziphli's crimes. Oust him for the madman and monster that he was, and
What
our
of the other
justice
guards?
will look very righteous, Flint.
What of the other guards? Do we bring them to the same justice as the guards we've just handled in the Southeastern Guard Tower? Or do we give them a chance to redeem themselves?
Oh, I think they'll be given a chance, and if they accept redemption and work for their atonement, I do believe in mercy and forgiveness and service.
And think of the resources we'll have, Minerva, to find what you were looking for.
Yes.
The group you're looking for. We now have a city's worth of resources, of ships.
Yes, and all these individuals who might know more things about the masks.
My eyes just go wide.
Uh-huh. And perhaps there might be an individual here who is related to the person who you fled from.
I mean, I'm not looking for revenge.
No,
No,
not at all.
that wasn't my goal.
If we do decide to let the guards of Nenaxi live, I think that decision should be based upon the citizens' choices. They're the ones that have lost their loved ones. They're the ones that were robbed of their loved ones' funerals. I think they should determine whether they live or not.
Certainly, we
It'd
can.
be great to have, guards for the city and not have to hire new people to act as guards, but
I
they're going to
wouldn't
need...
necessarily trust people who have committed murder to suddenly
not commit murder.
let that leave their being.
Sure.
I
Would
think
you
that
install a democracy in this town?
Definitely install a jail. But yes, a democracy as well.
certainly.
I think.
I think we could set up something in the center of town and
Yes, we can bring each guard forth to the stands and put them to trial, permit the citizens to vote, maybe by a round of applause or something.
then a swift swing of the axe and a
Drop
push
them
into
down
the lake.
another
Yes,
Yeah,
and
for those that
another
fail,
waterfall.
Of
into
course.
the dock. But
Oh, I like that.
yes, justice
Right off.
for all the people who have lost loved ones and have not had an opportunity to, suppose you could say, find peace.
True.
Knowing that Melvin had friends in the city, even if he wasn't extremely well liked. We did know he left behind no family, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm sure there are others, other loved ones, who have lost someone, and will now know that their family member or friend was not given the proper burial rites, and that we will distribute the correct justice to those people who betrayed their faith in the guard and in the city.
So we deem ourselves a council, so to speak, to lead
A
over
council?
Nenaxi?
Of justice. Justicars, one might say. I think it's a quite fitting title for us. Justicar
Justicars.
Minerva.
I do like the name. They're...
What are you talking about, Sarah?
We need to figure out how to
Jessica.
gather the townsfolk and inform them of the atrocities that have been going on and the new leadership in case there is an uprising, in case the citizens of Nenaxi do not agree with our leadership.
We'll have to retrieve Tabitha.
Yes, Tabitha will also be integral to the reports, and ideally we will find something at this home on this paper.
We'll have to retrieve Kesgrim
uh,
too.
Yes. Kesgrim,
Melvin's
Tabitha.
body, yeah.
Kesgrim would sit out there until he died if we did not get him.
Yes. I think it is also appropriate for us to ensure that we see exactly what is in this house. And I think that it is imperative that we do it tonight.
I agree.
Agreed.
If we wait till dawn, rumor might have already spread. Now, as to
They could be clearing out what's there as we speak. We don't know who.
possibly, but as far as some people are concerned, they've seen Ziphli and Dallastek still fine.
His head is hanging from this tower
Yes.
as we speak.
It's a good thing.
This district will discover it first, and we'll tell the others after.
Yes.
I mean, we were seen killing Ziphli.
Jesus Christ, though.
This one thinks we should do our best to figure out as much as we can tonight.
Yes?
This one's very concerned with what they were doing with the bodies and why. Not so much with what we do after yet. Our
Absolutely.
first job isn't done.
Absolutely.
Perhaps we'll find a log or maybe some information regarding what Ziphli was doing with the bodies.
Certainly. Seems apparent that he did not keep anything that would promote any culpability on his part here in his home. And so...
May have to inquire with some of the guards.
Possibly.
With the dock workers. I have
Sure.
an in with them.
Correct. I think it is good if we go retrieve Crom and head towards this building. If you all are ready,
Sounds good to me.
I think we can conclude the other...
Thank you very much for the $50 donation. Garuda
Ooh,
sends his
thank
regards. Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank
That's
you.
very, very
Thank
kind
you.
of you. Thank you so much. Very,
Welcome.
very generous.
That's excellent.
Welcome.
Thank
I
you very
hope you enjoy the stream. Thank you so much.
But we can investigate the remainder of Ziphli's home after we get to this other location. We have the key. I think we should get Crom and...
You can retrieve Crom. Does not bother me whether he stays or goes.
We're going downstairs anyway.
I think Crom did not mean to come across as insulting, but choice words can be illuminating. Whether or not any of us is perfect is up to question, but I think Crom believes that you would make a great leader, that there is simply still a journey for you that you have not concluded.
If that's how he feels, then he can tell me that himself. As of right now, I'm offended, and his words were insulting. And if he wishes to redeem my respect, he can redeem it the way most people do. For now, I will tolerate him. I won't cause him any harm until he says something again.
Very good. No harm to any of the crew then.
For now.
Well, I think we can all agree. No harm to any of the crew.
Indeed.
All right, Flint, let's go.
All right.
Gonna pat you on the back.
For the crew.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll start heading down the stairs
Mm-hmm.
with my tiny dwarf legs.
Mm-hmm. Are you good to call him back in, or do you want us to pop out real quick so you can do his stuff?
Yeah, I'll call him back in real quick, and
Yeah.
we'll just swap you guys out real quick.
Yep.
Cool.
Be right back.
And I'm almost done writing this note.
Okay,
That's very good.
Which is good, because I'm going to need it in like 2 minutes. Haha, it's my stream now, everyone's leaving. Perfect time to spout my political agenda.
Here we go.
Birds are not real. Welcome back.
Cool.
All right, so you're digging through Ziphli's stuff. Is there anything in particular you are looking for?
I am looking for any sort of like a journal or any sort of what's the word? Like a ledger of things that he has been moving, like currency that he's had come in. Anything to implicate him in the sale of, or moving of dead bodies and who his contacts would be.
Understood. Make an investigation check.
$17.
Excellent. Good. You find a red book with a gold coin on the cover. You flip it open, and inside you can see this is clearly like a ledger showing sales of miscellaneous items like long sword, short sword, chainmail, like, you know, general items. You can see there's a listing of all the items he sold and how much he's made off of it. I'll tell you, there's a considerable amount of income that comes from that business, from selling those items. You also find a note, which I will read out loud for chat because it's quite long. Oh no. All right, friends, you ready? I tried. All right. The note reads, Ziphli, you don't know me, but I know you. I know more about you than you'd probably like. I'm sure you know what that means. You will follow these instructions exactly unless you want some less than flattering information to come to light. You are to collect the bodies of those who die in Nenaxi. You are to then place them in a box, ordinary except for the paint. The boxes are to be painted black with a nice red ribbon painted around them. Load those boxes onto ships and send them down the Sragiud. The destination of these boxes is none of your concern. I would recommend not asking many questions or drawing too much attention to your assignment. How you gather the bodies is no concern of mine, but you are to fulfill your duties. As you can see, I did not leave a means of responding to me. That is not necessary. You know what your duties are, and you are to fulfill them without question.
No initial or anything? Yikes.
No signature whatsoever.
In his ledgers, does he have any, like, odd items that are on there? Like, maybe he was keeping tabs of sending the bodies out and keeping tabs of them as, like, hey, yeah, slingshots. We made a lot of money in slingshots. Anything like that? Like, any items that keep popping up as being, like, a considerable amount that they probably wouldn't necessarily be?
All of the items are... You see there's a repeating pattern in the most common items. So in things like daggers, short swords, stuff like that, you see those listed a lot. Outside of that, you don't see... Sorry. You don't see any odd items that really stick out to you as being, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And it's safe to say, like, the iron and steel stuff is like the driving income for the city, like, out of what's being sold the most.
I will say you don't know that this is the ledger specific to the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's just for sales. This is what comes in, this is what goes out. It doesn't necessarily mean it's made here.
No, like, you don't know that ledger is the city's income.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. In this room, because we're in the study, correct? Yeah.
You are, yeah.
Is there anything standing out to me in this room other than, like, the desk that I just rifled through?
Nothing that immediately stands out. Everything looks pretty normal for, like, a lavish house.
Mm-hmm.
It looks all pretty standard for, like, a wealthy person's house.
Okay. Mainly just I would like to like kind of take a look around the room to see if he's got, like, a stash spot for anything, like maybe his own, like, personal cut of, like, I'm gonna keep this hidden off to the side or anything like that. Like,
You can make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Sure.
$11.
You do not see anything. You look through the desk some more. You look through, there's a couple bookcases. You start basically just flipping everything out, looking for whatever you can.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find any, like, considerable amount of gold. I'll say you find a few copper or silver here or there, but nothing...
Nothing of considerable amount. Like, it's just he was kind of emptying out his pockets as he was just up in there.
Right.
He said above, the floor above was weapons, and the floor above that was storage. I'm actually going to head downstairs to his bedroom.
Okay. I'll say as you're finishing up looking through his stuff, the party's coming down to meet you, so I'm going to call them back in. Because they were on their way down to grab you, so then y'all can just head down together. That'll work.
Yeah.
And then once they come back in, I'm going to the bathroom.
Very good pause. I like it. What if Don just never comes back in and you guys have to hold that for way too long? Don's just doing laundry instead of coming back inside.
It's for you.
Hello?
I would have liked to keep that going, but...
Hello?
Oh, now you got... Oh!
I caught it.
Hello?
It's so cold down here.
Oh, no.
I forgot!
The bags
Alright.
of money upstairs.
So, everyone that's not Crom,
Mm-hmm.
as you're heading downstairs, you walk into Ziphli's room where Crom had gone downstairs. You're heading down to find Crom. You find him in Ziphli's room right as he finishes up rifling through the last couple drawers on a desk. As you walk in, you see all of Ziphli's things are kind of upturned. Everything's been moved and flipped over. Like, this room has been searched thoroughly. With that, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Very good.
I didn't just turn over his house, it's fine.
It's fine.
Did you find anything, Crom?
Found his journal, and I'm not sure if it's the ledger for the city or not, but it shows the sale of a lot of items, considerable money being made.
Very good.
I also found a note from someone who knows some less than flattering information about Ziphli, who was blackmailing him to get him the bodies. Not signed or anything. So if anybody would like to take a look. He was to send the bodies down the river, and he didn't need to know where they were going.
Down the river, though. All right. We now at least know that whoever it is that was blackmailing him is not located in the east or west forests, but is in fact south. We know of a few towns that are south of Nenaxi currently. 5 off and
It's
east.
west, I believe it is.
5 off is south and west, though, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's west.
Because it's south is the river, and then you've got offshoots, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know 5 off and East Wedge.
East Wedge.
S-Wedge.
S Wedge.
S Wedge. I hate you.
Oswego.
Wesson.
West.
Journal.
Jurl.
I found a journal.
Found a jurl. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Doesn't appear to be anything else of great value in this room.
No, but at least the note also definitively puts him as culpable for doing something with these bodies. Very well done.
You said I found like some random silver just laying around.
Yeah,
get
I'll
a-
say like 2 silver, 3 copper.
Alright, I'm gonna hand those off to Stock.
Okay.
Found these for you. They might come in handy.
I'll take them and thank you. And just stow them in my silver.
I was just headed down to his bedroom to see if I could find anything else down there.
Very good. After we do the bedroom quickly, we can do it as a group. We were going to go over to the house for the deed, West 3-6, to see whether or not any of the bodies are still currently there, if that is being used as a storage facility, or if some other nefarious operation exists. The more evidence we have against Ziphli, the better that we will look to the people of Nenaxi.
I think that's fair.
Blackmail or no, he was killing people
Yes,
or having people killed.
desecrating their bodies,
Yes,
selling them. Cruel and unjust.
indeed.
Very unjust. To the bedroom.
To the bedroom, indeed.
Wow, this is so sudden.
I thought you'd never ask.
Chat, we're gonna go. We have some off-screen things to take place.
He just starts hitting the like button for in here.
Got to go.
All right, so you guys are heading down to...
Thank you.
Welcome to Not Great After Dark.
And down to Ziphli's room.
All right. Yeah, you walk into Ziphli's room. You see, like I said before, he's got a 4-post bed with a canopy.
Halo.
Not a halo. Stop it. You just made that same joke last week. 4-post bed. Canopy hanging from the 4-post bed. The room is very lavishly furnished. All of the furniture you can see is a very nice grain of wood. It looks very clean. You can see there's 2 murder holes. We're gonna say on the what?
I thought we were still describing the bed.
Oh,
Is that what
I think you got the name of that wrong.
Oh my god.
Can I do a handcuff check? Jokes aside, though, I am going to look at his pillows. I want to see if there's anything in them, under them, because that's where I would have stored valuables.
Roll an investigation check.
Pillow check.
While you're doing that, you see there's murder holes on the eastern wall and on the southern wall of his room. So that way you have views out to the city.
Ooh.
And what'd you roll down?
A big 8.
A big 8?
Yeah.
Big ol' weight.
You pick them up. You can tell they're very fine pillows. As you lift them and touch them, you feel they're very soft. They got a really high thread count.
Mm-hmm.
They're real lavish
cotton.
pillows.
Okay, I'm going to take them.
They're
Nenaxi
soft,
cotton.
but they still breathe.
It's the my pillow.
You take the pillows.
Yeah, I'm going to put them in my bag.
Both sides are cold.
All right, yeah, you take the pillows down.
We don't have any. I got a bedroll. I'm taking the fucking pillows.
Pillows are yours.
Thank you.
How upset you are.
You're
taking the pillows.
You beheaded this man, and now you desecrated
Well, then he
his
definitely
bed.
doesn't need the pillows anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just put the body in the bed.
Somebody took his head and the pillows.
There were many things I expected you guys to take. The pillows were not one of them.
Do you think he needs this bottle of Head and Shoulders?
But yeah, go ahead. And
No. Leave the shoulders. You only take half.
His fine hat collection.
Yeah, but go ahead and add like 4 luxury pillows to your inventory.
4, I wrote 2. I'll take 4 luxury pillows.
Does he have like a nightstand or anything next to his
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Sam,
I'm
like
checking
a
out
lamp
his.
we can steal.
Right?
No, I'm just gonna take the candlesticks and all the light bulbs.
We gotta
and
steal all the
just-
knickknacks and take them to Nicholas Snackerson.
Ooh, I like that man too.
I've lost control of my life. Bedstand or night table.
Nightstand.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Gotta go.
Table.
Bedstand.
My Sawyer.
Or my nightstands.
The nightstand.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing with the nightstand?
I want to root through that and see if I can find like his stash. Like I want to find his
Take
like.
the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
10.
10?
Yeah.
You find, say some corks,
$1 million.
some ash,
He just ashes in the drawer like a
Yeah.
savage.
like Queen Latifah from Scary Movie 3. He's just,
Oh,
yeah, some ash, some corks. I guess there would be an empty bottle or 2 rolling around in there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look like under the bed, or like in between.
Monsters.
Uh-oh.
Make an investigation check.
Boom. Encounter.
we don't have any nice pillows.
Hey,
Like,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
look
sleep.
for loose
5.
floorboards.
Also, the sheets feel very soft and lush. Looking under the floorboards.
Looking for loose floorboards, yeah.
Okay. Shall you find 3 copper? Make an investigation check to dig under the floorboards.
And we like knock on the wall, look for the
Wait for the-
studs.
It's stone.
Where the copper's laying heads up.
Ooh.
You said 3 coppers?
Yeah.
And that's a 23.
23, Jesus.
Okay.
I'm the intelligence caster in the group.
Yes, the
Blueprints
floor
for the
is made
entire
of floor.
house.
Find 5 gold. Tucked
In the
tucked
floor.
away under a floorboard.
Does he have any bookshelves in this room as well?
In this room, no.
No. He does have a wardrobe though, right?
Does.
I like this. He's like the Easter Bunny. It's like 3 gold here, 3 gold here, 2 copper in the sheets.
Ah, you found an egg!
Now I just want to look everywhere.
Let's find the loose block in the wall.
Yeah, right?
Find the stud.
Just have like a single page that says
8
luxury
feet.
pillows.
A full page of just luxury pillows. You skipped like 3 pages
I
ahead.
did skip a page by accident.
And then just wrote luxury pillows.
I gotta go back
Skip
home.
this entire
That's fine.
side. What do you
Hold on.
mean?
Just cross that out. We'll reuse that
Yeah,
later.
fuck trees.
Go right on the left
Glenn,
side
what'd
of
you
the
roll?
paper.
18.
18
No,
on checking the wardrobe.
Apparently not.
You find, like, you know, very fine clothes, a dagger,
Use your whole.
not a very, like, or extravagant dagger. It's just a dagger. Some clothes, some extra linens.
Look at it.
My days of garment stealing are over now, so I'm good. I will hand stalk the dagger. This one needs this.
Yeah, I'll take it and then look at the 8 I have strapped on my body already. Try to find somewhere to put
At
this
this
one.
point, you're gonna get like stealth disadvantage because you're walking around plate armor of daggers.
Oh, I'm so weighed down.
You can hide it in the pillows if you'd like. I have some extra space.
I just take a noodle.
Death pillows.
You want one of the pillowcases so you can have a sack full of knives?
No,
pillow
I'll
fight,
find
but just-
somewhere for this one.
Okay.
I will win the pillow fight.
What's
me
the
know if you
damage
need
on
it.
that?
A bad pillowcase full of daggers.
Probably fucking hurt.
You know?
Like,
Honestly, I would make that, like, 3d6.
Is that
it's like a
slashing or
fucking
bludgeoning?
morning
I think
star.
it's
Yes.
slashing.
I would do 1d6 bludgeoning, 2d6 slashing.
Oh my god.
1d6 embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1d6 psychic damage for getting hit with a pillow filled with daggers.
I thought this was a fun game.
Anything else in...
What else is in the room?
There's the wardrobe, which has been searched.
Right.
The nightstand, which is... Oh, I almost did it again. Nightstand, which has been searched. The bed, which has been thoroughly turned over.
The floors.
We didn't
underneath
check
the
under the
bed.
mattress.
I did. I checked.
We didn't check in the mattress.
Get those
Get the
daggers out.
He found the big bad evil guy.
He was in the mattress the whole
He was in the
time.
mattress the whole time. Roll initiative.
It is I, Mattress King.
Are there any like paintings or like pictures of
Mattress
people?
a mimic.
That would have been terrifying.
He has to sleep in that bed. It would not.
That explains the copper. He's been paying the mimic off.
It's like in a failed assassination attempt. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get him with the mimic bed," and Ziphli just sleeps in his chair.
Are there any like pictures or anything of like family or anybody in the room?
Yeah, there would be oil paintings because I remember putting some down on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
My mother painted those.
Of people or just like scenery? Or...
I believe there was one downstairs of the waterfalls.
Right.
There would be one here of like the beautiful pastel colored forests.
But no family or pictures of people or anything
Not
like
that you can
that.
see. No.
There's none of him.
None of him.
Interesting.
That is
He
weird.
seems pretty full of himself.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked that there's no pictures of him.
Just not like a painted picture of him like on a like bare
Yeah, that's
rug,
that's
like
what I
in
was
front of a
thinking.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, holding a saxophone. Yeah.
Are we sure this is his house?
Is there like a town hall anywhere, perhaps?
That's true.
I will say the closest thing you've seen that equates to a town hall in Nenaxi is when they did the funeral service for the for Melvin,
For
where
the
everyone
Melvin.
was gathered around a stage at the center of the city. That would be the closest thing you've seen to like a town hall.
And there's no like building or any.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean all of the like law things, including like real estate, were out of the guard tower. So
This town. It's amazing that it was running at all.
Mm-hmm.
thank goodness we came to save it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what would have happened in 5-10 years of...
I've already had 10 years of gruesome murders. We're just preventing decades more of it.
Indeed. Possibly worse.
Absolutely.
There's not even anywhere to get a permit in this town.
Practically saviors. Should
Correct.
change the name of the episode to Saviors.
Of Nenaxi. It's such a good episode title.
I'll be right back. I have to run home. I have to run home and grab a thing real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's got a fucking pillow sheet full of knives.
It's just a pillowcase full of K-bars. Here I come.
It's another one of those terrible beers. Here you go, Don.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down to the first floor.
Yeah, are there
Okay.
any other like rooms on this floor? Or...
It's
We
just
had
one
the
of those
kitchen, the bedroom, the lounge/office, a training room, and storage, and then the landing. We've pretty much gone through them.
Indeed.
Outside of the kitchen, which, if this motherfucker's hiding things in the kitchen, he really is the Easter Bunny.
Chocolate.
We can find those when we get back.
Yeah.
But,
Eggs.
Mhm.
Smell like chocolate.
yeah, I'm heading down to the first floor.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
You walk down to the first floor where you can see it's mostly like an entryway. You see there's like side tables along the walls. There's again oil paintings of the falls of Lake Geel, or the Geel Falls. Other than that, it looks pretty just normal receiving room. That's not what I meant. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Foyer.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Glenn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A foyer. You said the railing was made of gold.
I did.
You can scrape that off.
I'm gonna whack it with the end of it with my mace to see if I can get a chunk of it to fall off.
Make a strength check. Or make an attack roll, rather.
Nope. Nope.
Is it a nat 1?
No, it's 6.
Alright. Yeah, you hit it, sort of like hitting a tree with a baseball bat. The vibrations, like, travel down your quarterstaff, and you drop it.
I could blast it if you want, Crom.
You can give it a go.
Sure. I'll look for a weak spot on it and knock back my Eldritch Energy and shoot an arrow into the side of it.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna go outside.
Boy, 8.
8?
Yeah.
I'll say you hit it. Yeah, it glances off the top of the rail, because, they're round.
Yep.
So it glances off the top and ricochet into the wall.
It's not going.
Oh well, it's not going anywhere.
We'll try it later. Head outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
We come back in the nighttime.
What would you... Well...
It's still nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's still the night of everything happening. Did you ever take Ziphli's head off the wall?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, you step out into the street. People are still, like... They're still going about their business. This is the west side, so it's... everyone walking around has much nicer clothes on. You can see they've got, like, vests that have pinstriping down them. They look very elegant and wealthy.
How late at night do you think it is?
It would be...
We were killing Ziphli before we were going to be going to bed, so around like 8 o'clock.
Right, so at
I
this
would
point it
say.
would be like 10:30ish.
10 to 10:30? Okay. So,
Should we make our announcement now? Or to beat the rumors before they start spreading?
no, I think rumors can be quashed with good evidence, which we have gathered a lot of already.
We're likely to find more at this house.
Yes, and the last thing I want is them to mobilize and do anything to that evidence that is inside of there.
So should we go to the guards?
No, we should go to West 36 directly.
Yes. Agree.
So, for the time that we have been after murdering Ziphli and, like, hanging out in his house looking around things, would you qualify that, like, hour of just chilling and so?
Yeah, as a short rest. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
While you guys were in his house, like seated up top at the pinnacle.
Yeah, because I
talking.
mean,
Yeah.
I was up there for a while.
Yeah, we would count that as a short rest.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me those delicious slots back.
Mm-hmm. You filthy, filthy slot. It was only because Don said it. I had to take the moment.
You didn't have
It's not too late.
John, it's not too late to change it.
Nope.
I try and yell that at my lamp.
Smoke.
That's a good idea for the title for tonight's episode.
I yelled that at my lamp.
The title of tonight's episode is gonna be TPK.
Right?
Yikes.
I'm fucking ready. Let's fight. I got my short rest off. Yeah, West 36.
Okay.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
You head back down because you're starting here, so you make your way down, back around, back down again. You find house Eat West 3-6. You can see it's a nondescript house. Like all the other houses on the west side, you see where there's no real separation between the house and the surface of Nenaxi. Looks as if it was just molded from the surface of Nenaxi. You find, you see all the windows are shuttered. There are no openings where you can see inside. And there's no one guarding it like there was at Ziphli's house. It looks to just be a house.
Are the surrounding houses, like, can we see like a light from the insides of these houses to indicate like candlelight or anything inside?
Yeah.
Do we see any coming from that house?
From West 3-6? No.
No glow or anything?
Yeah, I mean, even through the shutters, we would still see a peak, but no light then. Okay.
Well, I can either send my ride in, or we can just go in. We do have the deed.
Yes, we have the deed.
So let's just
I
go
think
in.
we're perfectly well within our rights to just walk in.
If we have to pick the lock,
I mean, we do have a key. Maybe
Oh.
that's...
Yeah.
if the key happens to be for something within the house,
Sure.
you can still gain access very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to grab the handle and just
Try the key.
push
I'm
through.
gonna knock. If you're reaching for the doorknob, I'm gonna knock first.
Still want to open the door.
Door is locked.
Okay.
You knock. Thank you. No response.
Who has the key?
You do.
I thought you did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I try the key on the door.
Okay, yeah. The key enters into the lock and you turn it and you hear thunk. And you try the door and it swings open.
Very
You
good.
can see the
Friends.
interior of the house is completely dark.
Welcome to my humble abode.
I'll cast light on something that I'm holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast dancing lights
My
as
book.
well.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Cast light on your book, you cast dancing lights, and you lighten up this room. And you can see it. This house from the outside, you weren't able to tell like the layout on the inside, obviously. You can see inside is just one big room.
Open floor plan. I like it.
Yeah, open floor plan. Yep.
Very modern.
You see there's boxes and crates, none of them painted black. They're all just regular crates. You see short swords, daggers, bows, all means of weapons, armor, miscellaneous things, all kind of just tossed into crates, separated out throughout the room. So you got like a box of swords, box of daggers, box of bows,
It
etc.
really is the Easter Bunny.
He's an organized man. I'll give him that.
He was
You can
there.
see against the far wall between two crates, there's a desk with just a bag sitting on top of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Making a
Step
beeline for
inside.
that desk.
You're gonna. I'm sorry. I was thinking what.
Go into the desk.
Yeah.
You walk over to the desk. As you're walking across the room, you can, it's stone floor, so you're able to. Nothing's weird is going on.
Does anything smell off in this room, like as we go through, or does it just smell like wooden crates and metal and?
Make a perception check.
I don't get that sweet advantage. No,
Sorry, dude.
it's a 2.
It's a 2.
Yeah.
You catch like a faint hint of something, like something smells different than wood or metal, but you're not able to place exactly what it is. You smell just something a little off, but can't place what.
Enough for me to say it smells weird in here.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. It smells weird in here.
Yeah. Can we all?
Everyone make a perception check.
Make a sniff check.
If you sniff and make a sniff check.
I'm gonna go to the bag, DJ.
11.
16.
14.
11.
Odd. Okay. So Minerva and Stalk would be able to smell the faintest hint of decay, like carrion, of death, just kind of lingering in the air. You walk over to the bag.
Yeah, can you describe the bag, please?
Sure. It's sort of like this,
So it's smaller than I was expecting. Cool.
but bigger.
God damn it.
I didn't finish.
Sort of like this, but not like this.
Does it have a money symbol on the
It's
outside?
like this, except in every conceivable way.
Except for the box.
Look at this. No.
Nothing like that.
Forget you ever saw
You can
this.
visualize it, right? Yeah? Not at all.
Throw it out.
It's head-shaped, covered in blood.
So it's that shape.
Sure.
Right.
So it
But
has the
pretty
cinched
large.
top.
Yep.
Okay.
But cinched top. Yep.
Is it just like a burlap or like a leather bag? It doesn't look like it's a nice cloth or anything like that.
It would be cloth.
Okay.
I can't say it would be like, oh, fuck you.
It was very pointy.
It wouldn't be fine cloth.
Okay.
Wouldn't be fine cloth. It would just be cloth. On
Okay.
the outside, you can see the presence of like rounded edges
Okay.
bulging out against the sides of the bag.
Very good. And it's cinched.
Marbles.
Yeah. Uncinch it.
It's the Nenaxi marble.
Open that shit.
Inside, you find 2,000 gold.
Uh huh.
What else?
I didn't find anything ever.
Is there chocolate? Perhaps.
Eggs.
Crumb, I think what you're smelling is death. It smells of carrion.
Yep.
That's it.
That's what that is.
I mean, it's not surprising considering who the person
Jingle.
that owns this.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Happy birthday.
What you got there, friend?
Plenty of coin.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Is there anything else on the desk? Does that desk got drawers?
It's like a writing desk then. Okay.
What kind of armor is on the walls?
Everything ranging from like robes of not fancy looking robes, like you know, just standard commoner robes, all the way up to like heavy armor, like plate mail, stuff like that.
Is there chainmail?
Yeah, there's
I want to take a set of chainmail.
Pardon me. Did someone say plate mail on the wall?
While we're sitting here,
I
I'm gonna-
repeat.
Yeah, take some chainmail or plate mail. Don't take some chainmail.
I'm gonna ritual
no.
cast detect.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate that this had to happen for thematic reasons.
It could have been damaged.
I mean, it couldn't have been though because of other things.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would also like some plate mail.
Sure.
Go, go,
Everybody get a weapon! Everybody get a weapon!
go, team plate mail.
Take some plate mail, Chell.
I'm a wizard, so you don't have to worry about
plate mail.
me
Some
taking
nice
plate
robes,
mail.
though.
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic for it.
I feel
It's
so
just kind of
dirty.
stand in the
It's
corner.
better than
and-
leather.
Studded.
Studded
That gives
leather.
disadvantage on stealth, though, right?
No.
Not with studded leather, I don't think.
Okay, is it padded that gives disadvantage?
Padded is disadvantage.
Okay.
Studded is just. I think it bases you at 13 plus
Roll a
dex
d20.
mod.
Mm.
It's only going to increase your AC by I
By,
think like
one
one.
or two. Yeah.
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 Is it
Four?
the same as scale mail?
Nothing
'Cause I don't
comes
see any
up.
plate mail
No,
here.
just type plate, and then you got to scroll down,
Gotcha.
and then it just says
There
plate, heavy plate.
studded leather on these walls.
Sure is.
Okay.
Would by any chance one of these plate mails be smoldering plate mail?
No.
It just exudes smoke, DJ.
No.
No! No!
I've given you enough!
Olaf standing in the
give
corner
and I
offering
give.
My
many
greed is
tables.
boundless.
I mean, Minerva's is probably smoldering plate mail. After
Yeah,
she
it's
puts
always
it on.
smoldering.
I'm actually going to take studded instead of the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the disadvantage on stealth.
Is it like guard armor? Does it have like city emblems on it or anything?
No, I will say all of your armor, when you pick it up and begin to gather it, has bloodstains on it.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
That can be rubbed out and
Yeah.
buff it.
We're a wizard with probably prestidigitation, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk over with studded leather armor on.
I'm just putting on a full coat of plate. Hey, buddy.
Holy shit. That with the helmet and the cape?
Shit's gonna get real
Oh my
weird
God.
soon.
This town's gonna be fucking
I'm gonna
terrifying.
move my runes from my chain to my plate now.
As they're doing that, after I'm not even actually gonna put the new studded leather on yet, but can I like smell around the room and see if anywhere smells stronger than anywhere else? Try to locate where that scent is coming from, or is it just in general in the air?
Yeah, it's more ambient in the air. It doesn't seem like it's originating from any one point. It seems
Okay.
like it's just kind of You know how like the smell of something can like seep into wood, kind of like that. Like
You said the clothes were also like bloody too, right?
Yeah, everything's a
that's
little
what I
bit
said
bloody.
earlier
in this
before I
room.
put
Yeah.
the stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just ambient death.
Are there any doors or anything that we see? No sign of a basement?
Mm-mm.
And you said the boxes, they're all open with stuff on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
So-
all open, piled high with items.
I guess I'm just gonna go to one that's kind of near the desk and start moving the weapons around or whatever they're packed in and see if there's anything beneath whatever the top layer is.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
you walk over to a box nearby the desk, which has just a bunch of, we're going to say, maces. It's kind of piled in here.
Mm-hmm.
You begin rooting through them. You get down to the bottom, and it's just a box of maces.
Okay.
All of them are bloody.
Yeah.
But-
As long as we have time, that's
Mhm.
what I'll be doing while
Mhm.
people are donning armor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any like rope or nets or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Just boxes with armor and weapons.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna take a battle axe.
You already have a battle axe.
No, I have a great axe. I want a battle axe.
I want a battle axe.
Sure, you find a battle axe.
Good.
And Ziphli sword.
I do have Ziphli's sword as well. We do have
Yeah,
that.
you do have this Zweihander.
Yes. Oh. It just
Just gonna look like the fucking Witcher.
it just feels
So
so,
many weapons
wrong,
on
but
your back.
so right. Ah, there we go.
Why do I do these things to myself?
I don't know.
I don't know, and it's always me. It's the beneficiary, and it's fine.
It's fine.
Level 3, full plate.
2,000 gold.
2K gold. Ooh, magic shop in town. Ooh, wee.
You better have her run out of town.
I'll hunt you, or I'll just take the whole shop. Ooh, that's even better. You can't run.
You better make this a
All
Merlin
those
situation
pens.
where her shop just shrinks down into a suitcase and she leaves with it. It's the only way.
Go gadget arcanum shop.
Yeah, right?
You go there, there's nothing but just a smoldering hole in the ground. I don't know what happened.
Dude, like a meteor hit. I'm sorry.
Had to go.
No one saw it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. So I mean, 2K gold splits a little awkwardly.
Make it 2,400.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Just straight up, just to make that easier.
Easier?
Because I know that's a pain in the ass to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will distribute 400 gold a pop
Thank you.
to all of my.
Very generous of you. Thank you.
Of course, fair share, fair split.
I will say all of the gold is bloodstained.
Fantastic.
Don't-
All of
Just
it?
the way we like it.
If anyone has any composition, I'll take it.
I'm gonna put it in one of my pillowcases and make it like I'm cleaning a bowling ball. Just with all my gold. And just really, dump some water from my flask in there and really kind of sieve,
You're the
sieve all
worst
the blood
Santa
out.
Claus now.
Jingle,
jingle, jingle.
I'm the best Santa Claus. I'm giving him money.
They got a dirty, bloody pillowcase filled with gold.
Does anything... Do these items look like they belong to anyone? Like, are they standard issue kind of like, oh yes, this suit of armor is like every other suit of armor, or is it...
They're all
Like-
pretty different.
They're all pretty different?
They're all unique.
The clothes that were there. Did you say the clothes were bloody as well?
Mhm.
Do they look like clothes that people of Nenaxi had been wearing? Like, do they look similar to that?
They
kind
do
of
look
style?
similar to the clothes you've seen around Nenaxi, yeah. And you see some of them have, like, piercing holes through them. Some of them are slashed.
Interesting.
These items, I think, belong to the
Citizens of Nenaxi.
ones who were killed.
Yes, and now we have sufficient arms and armor to militarize the people should there be any kind of problems.
I wonder if
This way
he's,
they can defend themselves.
I wonder if
This
he's been
gold should go to
killing. Sorry, go ahead.
Should go to their families.
Should?
Was taken off of their persons after they were murdered.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
It's covered in blood. I
These
Sure.
could be heirlooms. Perhaps they meant something specifically to these people.
The armor and weapons, of course.
Glenn, I will remind you of the ledger you found.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that out and go through it and start. Everything corresponds. These are this ledger, I suppose, is the takes down all of the things that were stolen from people.
What the hell did they kill and pull full plate mail?
Doesn't say in here, but
I was
him
going to suggest maybe
vigorously.
he was killing guards or something if
Mhm.
they like ran out of people that were being killed. But
I mean, they were finding people that were just dead. They weren't all alive when they found them. They could have been stragglers from the falls.
sure,
Certainly, they
Fair.
could have been dead already.
it's fair.
it's definitely a lucrative business of selling people's things after you've done something with their body.
Which also begs the question is why we were put in a cage in the beginning. When we fell, why were we not brought to Nenaxi like the rest of them? Why were we locked away, guarded by a weird dragon?
That still does bother me too.
Perhaps it wasn't Ziphli that was behind it.
Perhaps,
Someone
another.
is pulling the strings from elsewhere.
yes, the letter seems to dictate that. Perhaps whoever pulls the strings had diverted some amount of the people that fell for their own needs, and Ziphli provided the rest.
Or quite possibly just a scavenger.
Possible as well.
We could track down Perry.
Sorry, I just forgot I named him Perry.
Yeah, the ferryman.
Well, if that ledger has heirlooms and some of these items belong to those families, I leave that up to you.
Does it say anything in there about like if anything would be of a significant standing? Like this sword is going to be worth more than this one, or anything like that? No.
I will say also the ledger shows like gold that was received, so it's clearly like receipts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a basic ledger of exchange for goods and services.
Right. Not
from
like a
this
stock
stuff.
of what's in this room,
Yeah.
but what's
No.
been sold.
What's been
Right.
sold? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do the crates have any markings on them? Like any insignias or anything like that? No.
Just nondescript crates.
Okay.
Maybe they're boxes that look like crates.
Mm-hmm.
Crates that look like boxes.
Ooh.
I wonder if something that we should do is unite the districts and stop this east versus west business.
I would agree.
There only needs to be one Nenaxi. They need to work together to keep the town safe. I don't see a reason to have half the people living in squalor in houses without bathrooms where they have to shit into the lake, and half the people living in wonderful houses.
We'll say there's no bathroom in this house.
Mm-hmm.
No,
There's no kitchen.
not much a
It's
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
fair.
a warehouse.
a warehouse.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would have to agree. The classism in this city is quite terrible. Driving people apart like that is just it's not a way to live.
No, I'm all for people that work hard being rewarded appropriately, but for people to be unnecessarily separated simply because they don't own property is unfair. Not even given a chance.
Then are we of the mindset that the gold should go to the people?
This gold? No.
Good.
Just in general.
Yes,
Unite the districts. We
Yes.
need this for expenses.
absolutely.
We're very busy. A lot of justice.
Yes,
It's hard to start a civilization without any money.
Of course.
absolutely.
Can't serve justice
And-
on an empty stomach.
Muffin but justice.
There you go.
I do think it'd be fair to keep this room locked up and leave whatever else is here, so that we could show, just to keep from anybody from tampering with the
Absolutely.
evidence. And I think maybe even down the line we could distribute this back into the town and just give it back to anybody who has a loss.
Absolutely. And whatever remains can be distributed to the new guards that we select. This way
Agreed.
the town has safety and protections, fairness, and the people are capable of defending themselves from unjust guards or rulers in the future.
I did have a thought on that too. The Gregs could be your new force. They're well acquainted with the city, they know the ins and outs. They know who's who. And as we can see, the other guards were very corrupt. These thieves are stealing to feed their families.
Yes, survival. Flint and I are
Some of
accustomed.
them are.
Very accustomed.
Sure, we can also interview the Gregs, evaluate each one individually, and should we find them worthy and honorable, and that their duties were exclusively for survival and goodness, then the Greg will be selected.
I'm not sure that our friend
Greg.
Greg will be so interested in having us interview him, but
I don't think allowing the guards to move anonymously would be ideal either. I think it would be best if they revealed their...
Oh, yes,
Oh.
we wouldn't call them Gregs.
I mean, if
He's-
their payments are better than they were
Yes.
getting paid when they were Greg's, I'm sure they probably wouldn't be opposed.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well,
I suppose we should lock up for the night and head back to Vergavas.
I intend to stay at Ziphli's.
You can do that.
Very good.
we'll have to get Kesgrim in the morning,
Yes,
and Tabitha.
yes. Flint, I'm gonna need those pillows. Unless you want to share the bed.
Sure.
You'll never find.
Sounds good, it was quite large.
Yes, we are down
I'm
one.
just gonna stretch. I'm sure you'll enjoy the foot of the bed.
Of course.
Just kidding, buddy.
Yes. We'll be down one pillowcase. I used it to clean off the gold if anyone else would like to do that. And I'll put my clean gold back in my gold sack and hand over the bloodied wet pillowcase for anybody that wants to, kind of sieve the blood off.
That paragraph of words.
Oh, that here's my blood pillowcase.
I'm fine with it, Flint, but thank you.
Sure.
Knowing that this house is untouched, I think I'll probably spend the night here, do some reflecting. It's been a very, very busy day.
I think I would feel more comfortable staying on the ship at this point.
I'll give you the ship.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
Kesgrim has the
Kesgrim
ship.
has a ship.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah, you are correct. Because we did it for the small boat, not a rowboat.
Mm-hmm.
I would still feel more comfortable sleeping at Vergavas. I'm sure she would be able to put me up, not comfortably, but modestly for the night.
Certainly. Doc?
This one will return to Ziphli's.
Very good.
Blood bag.
No, thank you.
I see a map. A blood bag for your evening, sir.
Ah, my nightcap.
Blood bag?
Red bag.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to the beautiful, nice house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you head back to Ziphli's house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to Vergavas.
You make your way back over to the east side to Urgavas.
I think I'm gonna follow Cromter gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Minerva stays here.
Yeah, I'm staying at West 36.
Okay.
Yep.
Everyone,
You know, stay at West 36.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I get a whole house to myself. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Stinks
It's just
of death.
floor. It smells like death.
It's fine.
I'm gonna sleep on a
There's no
crate.
furniture.
Right?
I have a bedroll, and I can make a fire. I'll be fine.
Just across two crates.
Or
floating
maybe
in
I'll
there.
go back to somewhere else. I don't know. Why are you looking at me
You
like
return in the morning, she's just like, I slept so well.
All right, you all head to your respective sleeping places.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and take a long rest.
that? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Say nothing of note happens while you're traveling. The city looks glum. Everyone seems to have an air of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna go with sadness because I can't think of a better one. Everyone seems to have an air of sadness, kind of like, oh man, something big just happened, and we
Mhm.
don't know what's gonna happen now.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna get up and make my
Mhm.
way over to Ziphli's.
Make your way in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Following morning, everyone wakes up. Where
Are you guys returning? It's up to you.
unless you guys unless you had anything you wanted to do the night before when you went to bed.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna take off my nice new plate mail. Just carefully lay that down right at the foot of the bed in front of Flint. Come on, old buddy.
Yeah, just clang clang. Never housed the murderers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
I'm gonna write in my. I'm assuming Argava permits us to stay.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah,
Try
absolutely.
to keep her shop from burning down.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
like an
that's
hour
fair.
ago.
You guys walk over. You can see the form of the southeast guard tower is still there. Obviously, it didn't burn down.
Yeah,
You
the
can see
stone.
there's still trails of smoke leading out from the top. It's not nearly as bad as it was before, but there's still definitely some wisps of smoke that kind of rise out of the top. You walk up and Orvigo
Does there appear to be anybody surrounding the burnt building at this point?
Also, if you wanted to expedite it, we know we left Kesgrim on the shore. If you two want to grab him first thing in the morning, because Adder gave us, like, you at least can get lowered, and then she probably has some kind of rowboat that would be able to be used.
Yeah, she would have something of the sort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
out.
could go get
We
him
could
in
do
the
that.
So
morning.
this way you guys go get
Then
Kesgrim.
we have the ship.
Correct.
And Melvin.
Correct.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, if the building's looking abandoned, I would want to go poke the ashes and just sort of check it out, see if there's anything just sitting there.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over to the southeast guard tower. You remove the barricade from the door. And as you walk in, you see you hadn't been in here before. Straight above you, you have clear sky. Goes all the way up. There's nothing blocking your vision from the top. There are piles of ash just kind of scattered around.
Roughly how many bodies are laying on the ground? I mean, obviously they're not going to be full bodies because hot. It got real hot in here.
There
Stacks of
are
It's an
bones.
oven.
there
Yeah,
are
yeah,
most
also
definitely
stones.
some bones, like charred, half burnt bones lying around. So it's hard to identify exactly how many bodies.
Does there appear to be anything shiny in the ashes or no?
Not really. I mean, there might be like swords here and there.
Just like hilts and stuff that
Yeah.
it just didn't burn all the way through. And, all right. Yeah. Just making sure everything's all on the up and up in here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to get back to Orvigo's
Okay.
and go ahead and take a nap on the floor.
So you all take your long rest. The following morning, did you guys decide you wanted to go get Kesgrim?
Yeah.
Okay. You communicate that to Orvigo. She goes, "Oh, yes, I can give you, here. It's a thing I picked up. It's not the best, but, you just yell, I almost did it. Just call it what it is, and it'll open.
Seems to be a lot of these in this town.
That one's mine."
Very well.
Alright, we'll return it as soon as we're back.
Yes, thank you.
And to close it the same word?
Yes, yep.
Okay. Would you mind lowering us down?
Sure, absolutely. She takes the box out and goes, boat! And it just, and she drops
Make
it.
that noise.
Sure.
I just think about the fact that Grimdar definitely would have said it and had it explode inside of
Oh,
the
you
shop.
just yell boat. Oh, shit. Oh.
And it pops out into a rowboat, and you get lowered. She lowers you down onto it.
Yeah. And we're going to East Shore, right? Yeah.
You.
How's your strength?
Oh no.
It's not a negative modifier.
Alright, because I think mine is, so. Yeah. It
It's-
takes us a little bit to get
It's
this.
hard, and it takes you a little bit long, but you're
Stop
able.
to take a break halfway through.
Yeah, you're able to get over there to Kesgrim, and as you sail up, he goes, "Oh, hey."
I see you made it all right. Or how did you fare the night?
Fine, I just kept rowing until I hit land, like the fire lady said.
That's good. And your late friend?
Oh, Melvin? He's still dead.
I would
Good to
hope
know.
so.
Thank God.
He's out getting breakfast.
That guy dealing with the undead would be the worst thing ever.
Kesgrim or
As in
Nesgrim?
Kesgrim, but both.
Yeah.
Got bit by a vampire last night. It was really nice.
So about 2 hours ago, I cried.
This bear showed up and chased them away. It's crazy. Alright, I'll go ahead and collapse Orvigo's boat and take our boat and say the keyword for the ship so that we could all fit comfortably on it. And I don't have to row because it's a sailboat.
Yep. You say
We're both
ballast,
tired.
and you watch as it forms itself into a ship. Kesgrim, oh man, why did I have the small one? Oh right, I can't sail.
Why don't you take your friend and go ahead and put him below?
If I could, I'd like to just leave him on the deck. He kind of smells.
Suppose you're right.
That's incredibly fair.
Were you gonna tell him no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. No, odds or evens whether I would say no, that's not good.
I didn't ask for
You
He has been dead for like 3 days.
Yes, I'm very sorry you had to deal with this.
How long are we gonna cart around his body?
As long as it takes, my friend.
I think probably
Can we just bury him? Like,
probably later today or tomorrow.
okay.
How's this Pompadour looking?
Still looking sharp.
Hey.
Face is starting to sag. Pompadour still intact. So's the mustache.
You gotta draw 2 X's on his eyes.
It's just Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Linda.
I hate you all.
Yeah, we're gonna be sailing back to Orgeva's.
Mm-hmm.
On our way, I'd like to look at Tressa and be, so our friends seem a little off. They seem quite interested in gaining wealth and power in the city in the most uncouth ways.
It's a bit concerning. I don't like this city. I have no intention of staying here.
Me neither.
The sooner we can move on, the better. I think establishing a way for the city to build itself back up and then leaving is probably for the best, but
And with the amount of shops and the way that the city is positioned, they should have no problem rebuilding their own economy in a more traditional sense.
that's what I would like to see. I mean, I don't know.
I just worry for them to make the decision to try to run the city. Because God help only whoever stands in their way, even if for the smallest inconvenience.
I don't think this is a group of people that need power over others.
I just worry for them. It's becoming apparent to me now that there's a few things that they've wanted to push towards and things that they've wanted to do that I just doesn't sit well with me.
I have to agree with you there.
I couldn't bring myself to stay in Ziphli's house for the night. It's just isn't fair.
That house represents the divide in this city. Also,
Seems
his
like they
head,
burned down the wrong house, huh?
his head is hanging from the tower. It's, in addition to that, just a bit unnerving.
I'm quite accustomed with death, and I'm quite accustomed to seeing displays such as that, just not in this particular sense. I feel like this is not to pay reverence, but for gloating. And I do stand by what I said. I don't think that any of them are compassionate enough to lead this city to where it needs to be, and I feel like that was a prime example.
You're not wrong. I think it's up to this city to rebuild itself. We've only been here a week. It's been like a week, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple days. I don't think it's been quite a week.
It's not up to us. We have no ties here.
It's our job is to just deliver whatever knowledge we can to them and pass on our wisdoms to them. See how they fare.
I hope the others understand that as well.
I hope so.
And I'll say at about that moment, you see the form of Nenaxi begin to come into view. And you sail your way right up next door. And Kazgrim, as you get close to Orvigo, he goes, "Hey, I'm back!" And Orvigo just pokes her head over the side and goes, "Oh, okay, And you see a hook come down. And Kazgrim kind of climbs on it, and she struggles. You see him rise up very, very slowly as she struggles to lift him up. And as he gets to the surface of Nenaxi, he goes, "Oh, I got it. He tosses the rope back down. He goes, "All right, guys, come on."
I'll gesture for you to go first, and
What about that?
I
Look at the body of Melvin on the deck.
Hold him like a fish.
yeah, I'll like
Just
hang
stab
on to
him through
him
his
as
foot.
I get lifted up as well, and then call the boat and bring the boat back in.
Okay. And then what would y'all like to do?
Orvigo, you didn't manage to catch any of the Gregs running around last night.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
You didn't manage to catch any of the Gregs running around last night, did you?
There was some running around, but I didn't speak to any, no. They all kind of ran to hide, given that, the guard were pretty active last night.
Yeah, and they would be one of the first suspects picked forward, I can see. If they deem it suspicious that the building burned down.
Well, I don't know. The guards, for the most part, left the Gregs alone. I don't think they would have suspected the Gregs, no.
Interesting. If you do see any running around, please pass on that word. We would like to speak to them.
Okay, sure.
If at least one, just to get the message out to the rest of them.
Okay,
And thank you again for letting me stay here.
sure. Of course.
We bringing Melvin with us.
Can we leave him here?
I'd rather you not leave a dead man in my shop.
I can't carry him.
I'm sure you can understand. It would be bad for business after all.
Leave him on the boat. Well,
Not good.
I just mean leave the boat on the water.
Guess he just bakes in the sun.
We would have reason to believe you guys were gonna try to pass on the information and evidence that we found today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wild shape into a draft horse.
Oh my goodness.
Chessa just riding through town with a body.
Hiya!
He's sitting up front.
I found Melvin!
We would have Kesgrim load Melvin onto my back.
Give him sunglasses, like Weekend at Bernie's.
Bring out your dad.
The British are coming.
Yeah, so you load Melvin's body onto the back of a draft horse. You parade a dead man through Nenaxi. A relatively known dead man. And as you're riding the
Is he
horse,
sitting up? He's just like.
as you're riding the horse through, there are a couple people who shoot, they look. You see them
buddy, how
blinking
you
heavily.
doing?
You see a couple of them pointing as you ride by, talking to one another.
Yeah, we're going to Ziphli's house.
Okay. You get to the guard over the bridge. You can see, the dock is in full swing. It's during the day. People are out there working. They're loading the boats. Big boxes of shit being moved around. Boxes of shit onto ships.
Mm-hmm.
As you ride up towards the guard, he goes, "Ah!" and just quickly runs to the side. Yeah, and
Walk past. Try to look confident. This, because I guess it looks like I'm the one
Yep.
in charge here.
you can see he's kind of got his hand on his sword, and he's kind of just
Librarian's got a dead body.
real skittish. It's just
I told him to stay quiet.
You ride through west side of Nenaxi up to Ziphli's house.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still a guard posted outside?
No. There would not be.
Knock on the door.
Ding.
Knock on the door.
I would be sitting up top in the rocking chair.
Yeah, so I'm also outside just knocking at the door.
Oh yeah, I watch you approach. Sitting on my rocking chair.
Was I also outside knocking still?
I mean,
Oh.
Flint can answer the door.
I'll answer the door, and I'll dismiss the water that had been dancing on the banister upstairs and put it back in my flask, and then I'll head downstairs and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door to see whoever you would have gotten there first. See Minerva.
Good morning, Minerva. Come in.
Go in.
And I'm going to go to the bathroom while y'all catch up.
We're on the roof.
Very well. Did anything interesting happen last night?
Not really. We slept, and then I made the water dance and sing again this morning.
Very well.
Olaf would have been very grumpy otherwise.
Any coffee? Breakfast?
Yeah, we'll have to get that. We'll have to check out the kitchen and see what he's got once our other friends arrive.
Yeah, the night at West 36, East 36 was uneventful. Nothing happened.
Comfortable?
As comfortable as that place can be. But it was nice to be able to sleep in a room to myself. So
Sure.
I can't complain.
Center yourself and
Exactly. I was able to
Focus.
gather some thoughts and
good.
able to get a nice long rest in.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, we're on the roof.
Yeah, make my way up to the roof.
Yep.
Just in the rocking chair, just with my whetstone, sharpening my axe.
Axes. Shing shing.
Yep. Gotta make sure my new battle axe is sharp and ready to go.
I'd probably similarly be tending to my daggers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would have slept on the tower
Yeah.
outside. As long as it wasn't rainy.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably where I would have slept.
Yeah, just me and you up here then until they come back up. Good morning.
Good morning. How was your sleep in the bed?
Luxurious. Very soft and comfortable.
Very well.
Nicest place I've ever slept. Quite like the feel. Comfort.
It's gonna be a big day today.
Oh yes, I trust Flint to handle the necessary charms.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I'll just transform into either Ziphli or to Dallas Deck again.
No,
I don't
no.
think that'll be necessary.
Okay, I'll drop that.
No, Flint.
Just with myself.
Just you.
Sure.
Just a car, Flint.
Of course.
Good titles for good people.
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
And all those who are deemed unworthy or are unwilling to repent for their sins will be given justice.
I imagine as we approach, there would be a fair amount of clamoring that could be heard from a distance from people. Gasps from onlookers, I assume, from just a dead body riding through town.
Yeah, like I said, there were people pointing and, very clearly, what the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
You
If
had
any
Ziphli's
rumors,
head hanging from the building.
Yeah, was there any crowds outside of Ziphli's house?
Not yet.
Mhm.
It was-
Yeah, it's still very early.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if any rumors would have spread from what happened the night
Some.
before.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely people that saw what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I see them approach, you let them in.
Yeah, I'll head back downstairs and let them in. Good morning, friends.
Kind of walk
Crom,
through
I'm
the
gonna
door.
look at the horse. Crom?
We're gonna walk into the house as a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you trot into the house.
Do you go up all those flights of stairs as a horse?
Nah, I would pull the rope to retrieve Ziphli's head.
Okay.
And, time to make our way downstairs and get ready to go to the center of town. I think we should, ensure that we gather as many people on the way. It's going to be quite a eventful morning.
I pull out a rag, just kind of dust off the plate,
Mm-hmm.
poof my hair a little bit. Ready for today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, head downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, as you guys come downstairs, I would have concluded my wild shape, and I'd be mushing this dead body into a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna weaken at Bernie's Melvin right now.
Fine. He's totally fine.
Very good.
To the town squinter? Or,
Squinter.
yeah, the squinter.
Mm-hmm.
To the bedpost.
Yes. We have journal, ledger.
Body.
We could
Storeroom.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We could also retrieve Tabitha, should we choose to, if we believe that she will also be necessary.
And what is our call to action in this?
What do you mean?
We can't just bring to light this information. We need to know what it is that we're expecting as a reaction.
I mean, I expect the townsfolk to be fairly shocked, but I think it will also allow the townsfolk to also give an input as to what they want for their city.
I think there will be a celebration for a heavy burden having been lifted off of their shoulders.
Perhaps a new holiday.
Perhaps
Justice Day.
Justice
Justice
Day.
Day.
Celebrations are fine,
Absolutely.
They seem a bit overzealous.
but I think
I mean, also giving the people their day of mourning.
Yes.
I think we at least owe it to them.
I don't disagree with you. I just fear that in a town presumably full of criminals or the descendant of criminals, it may be a bit worrisome to just say your leader is dead and riots could happen. I think coming forth and having a goal in mind for the city, something they can build off of without our assistance, would be ideal.
Why without our assistance?
I don't think we have a place in this town.
Why not?
We've been here a very limited amount of time.
I mean, perhaps we can just introduce the idea of a new type of legislation. You know,
We could call the guild leaders.
Sure, we can instill the idea of new Nenaxi. I mean, even if we not rule but govern from afar. Act as what?
It sounded like you said nude Nenaxi.
Everyone's naked. There's no rules.
Spring break!
You're gonna name us Miami. No, I mean, I think we should talk to the townsfolk, see what they want. I would not be opposed to helping to instill some, I don't know, not rules, but guidelines to follow.
I have no problem with advising. I don't think we...
But we're new here.
Exactly.
Why would you advise? This town doesn't need our assistance, you said?
If they can do it without us, that would be best, but I don't think we should find ourselves in positions of power in this town, having been here several days.
I think it best left to the people who work in the city. Perhaps, like I said, the guild leaders would be a good place to start.
If that's their interest, then sure. But if they cannot decide a plan for themselves, how are we not to let the city fall into the hands of another Ziphli?
Exactly. Who's to say that these guild leaders were not assisting Ziphli? It is difficult to know who in this city to trust. We trust ourselves.
Why would they trust us?
We did the right thing. We ousted Ziphli. We
And with
ended
nothing
his...
in return. We didn't ask for payment. We didn't
Exactly.
ask for...
We freed
anything.
them from a tyrant.
Correct. And now we are gifting them back the heirlooms that were lost.
We're liberators.
Correct.
Not
just
asking
asked-
for payment, not asking for praise. Those are the kinds of things that make us suspicious.
I mean,
In your eyes.
we're new to this area.
So
A
we're
safe
fresh
haven.
criminals?
I don't think what we did was criminal.
What got us here was.
Exactly.
Everyone that's here is here because of some criminal ancestry, whether it was themselves or their parents or so on.
It would be one thing if you were... Your great-great-grandmother was a thief and was brought down here, and you were raised here and grew up many generations later as a regular non-criminal individual.
Well, then we should offer no redemption for the guards.
You're telling me that because of my alleged criminal past that I don't deserve anything, that what I did was suspicious? You're just as judgmental as the people that ran this town, Crom.
compassionate. I like it.
If we are to condemn ourselves, why not condemn the guards?
I'm not saying to condemn. I don't think we have any right to ultimately make decisions for the city.
I didn't say we would make decisions.
The people will make the decisions. We're
Correct.
simply here as a guiding hand.
Correct.
We're an extra set of cards to play in the game of Nenaxi.
We would merely be arbitrators to ensure that no new power becomes as tyrannical as Ziphli.
Correct.
Agree.
If the townsfolk don't want us here or they're upset with our actions, that's fine. There's plenty
Oh
of
yes,
other...
we can leave. There are other
areas.
towns here in Orvigo.
But I think giving them the option of having people that had the right intentions possibly run the town or even act as guidance should at least be up to the people.
And I do think we should be prepared to present that idea to them today.
Yes. Sooner the better, honestly.
Yes, that was in the plan. Expose Ziphli for his crimes. Offer to assist in the development of a new form of government for Nenaxi, chosen by the people, for the people, and we simply are its guardians. For the crew?
For the crew and for Nenaxi.
Exactly. And ideally, Nenaxi will see us as the good, redeemed people that we are. People that saw a criminal taking advantage of the weak and hungry.
Perhaps break the stigma of Orvigo, that it is entirely ran by criminals.
Certainly. Everyone deserves a second chance.
The common folk should have as much to say what goes on in the city as the guild leaders as well.
Absolutely.
A representative from each of the quarters would be helpful.
Yes. And we can eliminate the classism between the districts.
Correct. That might be a little bit more difficult, but
Certainly, I
do-
feel those who have will not want to simply give.
I mean, but if we do turn Nenaxi into a democracy, the numbers will back it, and the rich or the west side won't have a say if they're outnumbered. But that's why we need a good foundation to instill these rules, so that another west side leader doesn't arise and start smuggling bodies for money.
Absolutely. And that is where we come in to ensure that there is no rise of a new tyrant. We wouldn't want that. Not at all.
To the town center?
To the town center.
Perhaps you should probably grab a sheet first, because the sight of the dead body has not gone over so well with the people. Maybe with some of these people who are suffering of loss, it would be up to them if they wanted to take a look at any evidence that we're putting before them. It might be a great shock to them.
Couldn't you loan a cloak of yours? You seem to have quite the selection.
I've given up my cloaks.
I'll grab a blanket. I'm assuming that there were
Well, I'm
surplus blankets in his bedroom.
When did you
Yeah.
When I got a cloak of many fashions.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't steal garments anymore.
Yeah. I'll run up and grab a blanket.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you pull one out from the wardrobe where you saw there was extra linens and stuff housed.
I'm going to fold the blanket in my arms, and I will lift Melvin into my arms and hold him like a baby. I think that this is appropriate. No need to hide what has been done.
Perhaps we should fashion a flag of some kind to draw a crowd to the center of town.
I mean, I think that your loud voice will do.
Sure.
Can call people, right?
Yes.
Particularly those suffering of a loss.
Yes. Tell them that there is news and hope again in Nenaxi.
Sure.
Very good. Yeah. I'll step forward and hold Melvin in one arm and open the door.
Okay.
start walking out.
All right.
Holding Melvin.
Follow.
You begin making your way toward the center of Nenaxi. I'll say as you're walking through the West District, you see some of the more wealthy, affluent people on this side of the city begin to look at you with a certain level of confusion or interest as you walk by with a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them begin to trail along behind you, just kind of following you. See
Flint. Yell.
see what's going to happen.
I'm gonna start screaming very loudly.
Why would you say it like that?
People of Nenaxi, hear me!
Yeah, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and yell. Essentially, yes, people of Nenaxi. We have news of your leader. For those who have experienced loss, please proceed to the center of town.
You may be entitled to
Compensation.
If your loved one has been affected by mesothelioma,
Ziphli.
for those of you that have lost and loved, please proceed to the center of town.
Okay. You see some more people begin to follow along behind you.
I'm gonna yell, hear ye, obviously. too.
You have to.
Extra.
As you enter into the central portion where you had seen the funeral was held, you can see the stage that the dude was on, still there. You can see nearby the notice board where you had picked up your 2 jobs, one for the fairy thing and then the demon. You see that nearby. You see there's 2 pieces of papers on it. You all head up on the stage.
I want to stand by the stairs for the stage with my weapon in hand in case any of the guards try and storm the stage.
Okay.
As we're walking, do I see any news kids, kids that pass around town daily?
Newsies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
couriers.
newspaper. It's
Nobody?
Just
It
Okay.
was just the board.
yeah, just the notice
All right.
board. I'm gonna position myself within the crowd, facing the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand center of the stage with Melvin in my arms.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 4 dancing lights on the corners of the stage and illuminate.
You're gonna do fireworks?
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics going on.
Melvin.
Welcome to the jungle.
We got Melvin Games.
You're gonna die.
I mean, I could cast invisibility and we could dance him around the stage. That's a thing that we could do.
Melvin's alive.
I'll say as you're standing at the center of the stage holding Melvin, you see people begin to gather around and you see them waiting and whispering to one another and you
Do
hear,
we see people also funneling in from the east side?
Yeah.
Because I do want to ensure that
Yeah.
both sides are represented here, and also that ideally Urgeva comes
Right. So
and Kesgrim.
the stage is on the northernmost part in the center of the city.
Mhm.
So you would see everyone begin funneling in from the west and the east, all making their way north, forming a crowd of people that as you look out from the stage, you see it's a pretty healthy mix of nice clothes to just standard rags.
Yeah, I just want to keep my eyes peeled for any suspicious activity.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Flint. Yell for Urgeva and Kesgrim.
Sure. I'll yell for Urgeva and Kesgrim very loudly with thaumaturgy. And I'm also going to make the sound of like a signal trumpet with thaumaturgy as well.
Okay.
As a, to really get people's attention if they were not paying attention to the voice.
So you soon see Kesgrim and Urgeva make their way over. Towards the back of the crowd, kind of mixed in, you would start to see some guards standing around just...
I just don't fucking do it.
They're just looking
stare.
at the stage.
That's fine. Still mean mugging.
Have we seen any sign of Tabitha?
No,
She's
didn't-
underwater.
Yeah, we didn't tell anyone to retrieve her.
Did
that
we
was
send
part.
her? Wasn't she leaving today when we bringing her? We didn't bring her down yet. Did
Well,
we?
Urgeva was going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't know if Urgeva did.
Right.
If
You
you want
know
to say
that Tabitha was instructed to go to Urgeva's and
Urgeva.
ask to be taken
Down,
somewhere
yeah.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if Tabitha's down there, we can get her later. If we find that people are being argumentative, Tabitha or Urgeva can always go get her for us. But no, I would just call up for Kesgrim.
Me?
Yes, my friend.
And he just kind of looks around at people and he walks up and he stands there awkwardly like, hi.
Come to the stand.
Okay. He walks up on stage and he kind of waves at the crowd.
It's all right, my friend.
Hello?
Tell them what happened the night Melvin died.
Can you cast thaumaturgy on him?
Yeah, thaumaturgy is just himself, I think, right? Yeah.
And he looks around and he goes, I was beaten up by Nina.
I don't whisper in his ear. Tell them the truth. Ziphli is already dead.
What?
Ziphli and Dallas Tech are dead. Tell them the truth now.
Okay, the guards beat me and Melvin up because we were asking questions about where bodies were being taken. I got knocked unconscious. I woke up and Melvin was gone. And then the next morning there was a funeral held. I'm sure you all remember. It was here. Right here.
You were there. You were there. You remember.
I know you were there.
And they burnt Melvin's body, but I guess not.
No. Kesgrim. They did not.
And you just hear like whispers and
Yeah. I'm gonna lay Melvin's poor body down. You said it's like a stage, or they're like stairs at the front?
Yeah.
Ideally, I would love his arm to be dangling down the stairs.
Yep. And that
It's like head loll to the side, so this way people can see that it is indeed the Pompadour man.
that sound you heard of,
Yeah.
you begin to hear like gasps kind of interspersed throughout as this like murmur begins to take the crowd.
Go ahead, Flint.
What?
Tell them what we've done.
Oh, yeah, I'll cast thaumaturgy. Ziphli and... Are you alright, ma'am?
There's just no response from the crowd at all.
Can someone check to make sure she's alive, please? Is this thing on?
I'd like to open a checking account.
Ziphli and Dallas Tech were both horrible men. They've been removed from Nenaxi.
I pulled Ziphli's head out of my bag.
And now just a proper
That was good.
I'm actually down on the front holding signs that say gasp.
No, this one says cheer.
and you see the guards that were towards the back of the crowd begin to like look at one another. There's
I don't care how many.
14 of them.
I don't care how many.
That's right, my friends, don't go anywhere.
Did they win a prize?
Let's get our
raffle at the end?
Like
Look under your armor.
quickly looking around at one another. And soon, amidst the gasps of people just the murmur like spreading out, you begin to hear like loose like
With me in the crowd.
Minerva starts
and then soon like a full-on applause takes on.
Hold your applause for the end, please. Thank you.
With me being in the crowd, like what's some of the things that I could hear
sound like
people
approval.
that are around me?
It would sound like, oh my god, I thought they burnt Melvin. What do you mean Ziphli and Dallas Tech are dead? What does that mean?
How do the guards look?
Panicked?
Anxious.
Yeah, panicked as fuck, I would think, dude.
And at least some of them look angry.
That's fine.
I'm going to point at them and let's get ready to humble!
I love you, Flint.
Thank you.
And
my
you see
best.
one of them he just looks at the ground and just turns and walks away. Just,
If someone in the crowd could retrieve that guard, please. Everyone, stay where you are.
Nope. Nope. He is walking away.
Chase him down if you have to.
I kind of just take a step forward from the steps and go, if you wish to survive, you'll get back in line.
Nope. Nope. He's just walking.
Oh, it's fine. Let him swim. Sure, the turtle is quite hungry.
I'm going to launch a beam of Eldritch Blast in front of him.
Like towards his feet. Make an attack roll to hit the ground.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I mean, you fire off an eldritch bolt across the crowd and here. As the bolt just careens over people's heads. It hits the ground, sends stone flying in the air, and he just stops and looks up. He goes,
Come on back now, friend.
why?
Atonement, Flint.
Atonement.
You want money?
Service.
Service. To New Nenaxi.
What can I do for you?
Oh, it's fine, Sarah. No worries.
Just come back in line. Thank you very much for the raid, Toby the Reader. Thank you so much. Welcome,
Thank you
everybody.
very much.
Mm-hmm.
Come on back.
No.
Everything will be fine. Tell him, Flint.
Everything will be fine. You won't be harmed. But if you continue to walk away...
I don't know, man. You guys killed Ziphli.
The people of Nenaxi will hunt you if you attempt to leave. I would get back in line.
I'm just gonna leave Nenaxi.
That's fine. Have a great day.
I'm just gonna go somewhere else that I start over.
That's great. Get the fuck out of our city.
See you later.
Well
and
done,
you see him
Flint.
just more quickly I mean, he's full on running now.
I
for
mean,
the
is
side of
anybody
Nenaxi.
working the docks to get down to the boats? Because everybody's kind of gathered by us.
I'm sure there'd still be some people.
You can just jump.
Work is work.
True.
Oh, let him jump. Let him swim.
Sploosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Flint, the crimes and the evidence. Call forth our friends.
Which friends?
Whoever you want to start with, Flint. We've got the journal.
Sure.
We've got the ledger. We've got his notes. Many things make him culpable.
Sure.
Perhaps Chessa should speak.
Jess, if you wouldn't mind. Evidence number 1. Exhibit 1. That's the word I was looking for.
Exhibit 1.
Go ahead, Chessa. You want to help the people, don't you? People deserve the truth. Said to come in here with a goal in mind.
I turn and look up at the stage. Go tell them about the house.
Like, dig through my book.
Mm-hmm.
You have the paper, right?
Probably, yeah. And I reach in my bag and kind of like pass it up to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just hold it up.
And everyone just kind of stops for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear one loose voice. What's that?
Read it.
I can't read.
Sound like fucking Voldemort.
Some of the fucking ring rates. What are the rates?
Gosh, but gosh.
God.
This was found in Ziphli's house. It is a deed
A deed?
of changing ownership for a home in, or a building in the West District, West 36.
And you see like a couple people in like finer clothes beginning to like look around at one another.
Do any of the guards react to hearing?
All the guards now are just kind of like looking at their feet, like not raising their eyes. You can see they're all like, just by body language, they're just trying to be as small and non-noticeable as possible. Like, hey, please don't remember what I've been doing to you guys for 10 years.
I'm also going to use my mage hand and start signing in Thieves' Cant what Chessa is saying into the crowd in case there's any deaf thieves in the crowd.
So generous.
I'm just thinking about how ineffective they would be because they wouldn't know how loud they're being.
You never know.
You see one thief in full plate mail just nodding.
I get it now.
He's right, you know!
In this property, we found equipment that has belonged to those, many of those whose lives were lost and...
Not lost, Jessa. Stolen.
You hear just one loose voice from the crowd. Did you find my mom's necklace?
Yep. Sure did.
Did we find his mom's necklace?
I don't believe so. I mean,
We
Crom has the ledger.
There's a ledger. Those who have missing heirlooms may come forward and we will see if we can locate those heirlooms.
A good 34% of the crowd. So it's a fair amount of the crowd all begin to like step forward.
All right, that's more people than...
There will be a line that will be formed at the end.
And they all just kind of step
An
back.
orderly line.
You'll have to figure that out.
If you would like to go by... That's not helpful for those in the east.
Perhaps by family name?
By family name, residence?
No, that still promotes classism. Family name.
Family name. Are there names on the ledger? Is that...
Nope, just
Yeah.
items.
Just
Well, the
items?
people would come forward if they lost something,
Yeah.
tell us what they lost, and then we would distribute the item.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna make my way to the edge of the crowd, closer to the stage,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna chuck the
Ledger
ledger
up.
onto the stage. So
Mhm.
like just keeping my anonymity,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll
guess
pick
I'll-
up the ledger,
and then
Okay.
I'll
hand it to
duck
you.
back into the.
I'll hold that up.
I think that's your duty, Chessa.
Those who are missing items may do that. And we will see if we can...
And that same
Locate
voice from
those
the
items.
crowd. Like now? When y'all are done?
When we're done.
Here?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have all of it here?
We have a ledger of sorts.
But the items. Where are the
We'll
items?
take down your names. Your
You will
family
tell us
name.
where you live, and it will be returned to you.
Alright, yeah.
Is this a
one
Birdman?
guy.
Tell you where I live. Sure.
That's a Craig.
Understood, sir.
Is it just Rob Schneider in the crowd?
Why would it be Rob Schneider?
Yeah, rip his freaking head off!
Ziphli's dead. Cut his fucking head off!
You can do it!
You can do it!
Now we're really all gonna die!
That seems like a lot.
You don't have to if you don't want the items. It's not required.
Yes, Chessa, get irritated.
I don't have a house. I sleep behind the rusty keel.
Individuals who do not have homes will report back to us at a different time, and those items will be gathered
All right.
and returned to you then.
I'm gonna
Here.
shout out in a weird voice. Maybe they could come pick it up from the place where it's held in a line.
You hear a couple of voices. Yeah. Yeah.
That also works, friends. I'll smile at the crowd.
Woo!
I'm gonna make my cloak billow.
The guards are still just at the back.
Just firing t-shirt cannons, but it's just stuff from the house.
Yeah, fire swords from a t-shirt cannon. Great idea.
No. We'll wrap the swords in a pillowcase.
We've got
Three of them.
3 good ones and one that's a little
And
one.
you get a morning star, and you get a morning star
I don't
to the
think-
face.
I don't think those will be most of the items that they're...
Loved ones lost.
That's my mama's morning star.
I will say all of the items from the warehouse you remember are weapons,
Yeah, like
and
weapons
armor.
and stuff,
I'm
yeah.
gonna shout out in a different voice. What happened with the, was anyone else involved?
Chessa?
You killed Ziphli and Dallastek. Who else is in on it?
You didn't want us to condemn people. You wanted to offer them a chance to speak for themselves. to redeem themselves, give it to them. Your beliefs are so firm, aren't they? I believe in you.
Coward.
If the Nenaxi guards could come up to the stage.
You see them all just kind of like look up and just.
Yes.
I want to try and like angry eyes intimidate them like onto the stage.
Those who do not want to can leave with the other guard
You
and
see
not
like
return to Nenaxi.
2 or 3 of them kind of like look around at each other and just turn and slowly begin to walk away. Just.
Leave your items, please. They do not belong to you. They belong to the city of Nenaxi.
I'm gonna need your gun and your badge.
You see one of the guards like look at his sword and just kind of like run a finger along the handle.
I killed so many innocents with this one.
He just looks up at you and looks at the sword.
Do you value your life or your item? That is your choice.
My father gave me this sword.
If you wish to keep it, you may stay.
I want to just start making my way to the back, still gripping the Morning Star, but now flames are coming out of my hands, and go get to the stage.
Mm-hmm. Offer him atonement, Jessa. He can be forgiven, can't he?
Can I try and intimidate them?
Into going onto the stage.
Mm-hmm. Just persuade him. We're not scary.
So that's kind of where I'm having the conflict, right? Because you're a scary presence
We're not
trying to
scary.
force them to
That's
come
how-
toward you.
Mm-hmm.
When their instinct to a scary presence is to run away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, intimidating them to come closer, it's kind of like if you were a kid and you did something wrong and a parent was like, come here so I can beat your ass. You'd be like,
yeah.
no, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's just,
Right,
why would I
okay.
do that?
Better to get it over with.
I was
Then
just
let
saying,
it get
you can
worse.
intimidate them in the sense that like
Correct.
they'll think they die if they leave instead of getting on the
Correct.
stage. Like,
That's
you-
why
you
I'm
should
saying
not
offer
defy
them
me.
atonement, Jessa.
I'm going to, once again, use Radiant Soul
God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and the wings.
And you just hear,
As I get closer,
I love this moment only for these reactions.
as I get closer, I just want to go, you can deal with this lady or the nice one on the stage.
you can get
And just get closer and closer.
Uh-huh.
And you see the guards like all begin to like shuffle away from you very quickly
Mhm.
and up toward the stage, but then they see an angel and they just
Oh.
and you see them kind of walk calmly to the stage, just
Good.
still obviously like apprehensive and skeptical that, you know, this is gonna go well for them, but they make their way to the stage. I'll say at this point it's like 8 or 9 guards that step on stage.
One by one, make your choice, Jessa.
It is not my choice.
Why not?
It is the choice of the people.
Well, then, have them speak and...
Turn to the guards. You all have nothing to prove to us. What you have to prove is that you will serve the people of Nenaxi as they deserve. And ultimately the choice belongs to them about whether you are permitted to do so. One at a time.
And you see one of them kind of like picks his head up and begins to nod. He looks around, kind of like gathering his thoughts for a moment, and he steps forward. He goes, yeah, my name is Andal Fleetlight. Sure some of you remember me. I would often sing at the Rusty Keel. I'm sorry that I may or may not have been taking some liberties with your loved ones' dead bodies.
Sounds so bad.
Oh, that
I'm gonna go for the axe. You're the worst kind of man.
I was selling them.
Oh, I'm glad you cleared that
It's
up
not
for
what
me.
you think. I was
thought-
just selling them.
And you hear the crowd just
I put my thumb sideways.
just a chorus of and just shit starts flying at the stage. Not actual shit, but like
Yes.
items.
From the
It's
back.
crowd of baboons. It's actual shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they don't have bathrooms, so
They're all ready.
I'm gonna shout out at him, and in just another different voice, and just be like, "Was your hand forced to do it?"
I have a bit of a problem.
In the back.
I'm sort of forced, yeah. If I don't drink from the rusty keel every couple days, I get shaky and clammy. And I felt like I was gonna die, so I needed gold to buy alcohol to not die.
In the back, I just want to yell, how many bodies did you offer Ziphli?
Oh, do you want like a real number, or can I estimate?
Estimate.
Oh man, well I've been doing this 5 years, like 2 a week.
Oh my god, DJ.
A lot. Yeah, I lost count.
It's gonna
Just-
like 100 people.
Just kill him.
How do you intend to move forward from this?
Well, does anybody want to buy a dead body?
I don't think that was the right answer, my
And you
friend.
just hear the crowd just.
I'm gonna approach the stage at this
there's
point.
no demand.
Rip his freaking head off!
I'm gonna approach the stage at this point.
Okay.
Would you be willing to reform?
I mean, seems like I don't have much of a choice. If there's no demand, what am I gonna do with?
Steady your blade, my friend. I think what needs to happen is we should put men like this away.
Away.
In the ground!
Away where?
This is a prison colony, yes, but there's no prison in this town.
Uh-huh.
That'll be good.
Perhaps those who have been nefarious spend a stay there,
Forever.
atone for what they've done,
Just in the back shaking my head.
all while doing a service for the people during their stay. So that they can give back to the community that they've hurt.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
People's decision.
I mean, I'll say this. Obviously good at killing things. So if anything were to, like, attack the city, I would be willing to stand up and fight it for the people in Nenaxi.
How's the crowd reacting?
Yeah.
The screams and boos begin to, like, settle. After, like, first, he says, I'm good at killing things, and it just increases, and they throw shit at him again. And then he says, like, I would be willing, and you can see they kind of, like, stop. And there's still, like, a couple people just clearly, you can't see this half of my face, but, but they settle slightly after he's like, I'm gonna serve the city in Nenaxi.
Call for a vote, Jessa. Let the people speak. Let those who want him to live raise their
There's
hand.
a loose voice from the crowd, that same fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, there's always that one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kill him! And then after he yells that, there's a light applause.
It seems we have one vote. Those who wish for reform.
There's a couple seconds of silence, right? You just hear, like, a loose clap, and then soon a couple more people start clapping, and it's, I'll say, slightly louder than the kill 'em.
I just from the back scream 120 bodies. 120 bodies.
Yeah, like I said, real good at killing
That's
stuff.
not accurate.
Please don't kill me.
Well, speaker, what do the people say?
So 2 a week.
It's 520
Yeah,
bodies.
that's a lot of
Oh my
fucking
God.
bodies.
I just screamed 520 bodies.
I mean, not all of them were in great health. Some of them, it was...
Just through my teeth. 520 bodies.
Listen, some of them are really sick.
I think if you wish to keep your life, you would choose your words wisely.
I'm doing my best.
You just suck a lot, huh?
Well, that's... listen, well, you don't have to be hurtful.
Another vote, shall we?
Yeah, I'll
raise
yell.
of hands.
Yeah, I'll yell. All in favor of reform, raise your hands, please.
And you see there's a fair amount, but not everybody raised their hands.
All in favor of sending him on.
And slightly less people raise their hands.
Reform, then.
I just shake my head in the back.
Bring forth shackles, please. Someone.
We called everyone here.
Someone retrieve shackles.
Does anybody have rope?
Doesn't he work with Anvil? Hey, how's it going? My name's Shackles.
As soon as someone
he's
like
a guard. Does
throws,
he have them on him?
I don't think they shackled anybody. They
as soon as
just killed
someone
them.
throws a length of rope
Sure.
toward the stage.
I'll tie him up.
Hog time.
Yeah, hog time, put him in the corner of the stage.
You will wait.
All
I'll
right.
drag him over, and you will be silent.
And he just lays there, just
And I'm going to kneel down next to him
okay.
as I place him in the corner, and I am going to whisper to him, "Tell me your name again, friend."
Andal Fleetlight.
Gonna look into his eyes. Your life is mine now, friend.
I would also be kneeling near you. Do you want to say this so that I don't hear you, or do you not care? 'Cause I also have something to ask him.
I don't care if you know.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pat him on the chest. Just look at Stalk.
When you're done talking to him, I'm gonna kneel and look at him and ask him where the bodies are kept.
Well, we kept them in West 36. That's where we would strip it of stuff, sort the items, and then toss the body in a box. From there, we'd move it to the Southeast Guard Tower for our payment. And then from there, we'd get moved to the dock, and that's all I know.
And then the Southeast Tower is the one that
One we
you guys,
burned.
Did you see anything? I mean, I would ask you.
We
did
knew
you- did you
Melvin's
see
body was there.
Melvin's was
anywhere
the
else
only
where more-
box. that was
Melvin's
there.
body was there. There were other boxes. They were not filled. We know that they were black boxes with a red cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
After his answer is done, I'll back up.
Mm-hmm. Pat him and just tell him to be quiet.
You got it, man.
Of course.
I would have retreated back to like where the crowd line is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Step back. Next person, Chessa.
How many of these people are there?
There were 8.
14, I think, is what he
Four-
said. 14 and then
14
some
at the
Only-
start,
only
some
8 came
left.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll say 8. That works.
Mm-hmm.
The next guy steps forward and he goes, "Yeah, hi, my name is,
Right.
No.
Get 'em.
Stoneman Ironcast.
Stoneman?
Stoneman.
Stoneman.
And,
Iron cast.
I'm gonna be blunt. I like money, and that was a good way to make a lot of money.
Everybody from the West District's clapping.
I like it too!
So I did what I had to do for it. I can't say I regret it. If it weren't me, it'd have been somebody else. Why not me?
I just scream
Go ahead,
spineless
Chester.
coward from the back.
Some loose applause. So, take with that what you will, but,
Sounds like a dating show, except they're like, I murder people.
so I married an axe murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, those in favor of reform?
Silence.
I just look over at Olaf.
Yes?
Those in favor of execution?
Woo!
I'm screaming in the back.
It seems we have our answer.
Just gonna look at you.
That's fine. I'd have sold y'all anyway.
Justice, Chessa.
The people have made their decision.
Mm-hmm. Justice must be delivered.
I'm just gonna lock eyes with Chessa from the crowd and just mouth the words, not here.
I think also at this point your wings would have.
Yeah,
Come
it
back.
only lasts a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It was for show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Do you tell me that he mouths to you not here? That's up to you. Because he's looking at you, you're looking at him, and I'm looking at you from the side.
I don't know how to do this.
I do. What's wrong?
This is not what these people signed up for today.
What people?
These people.
Of
Standing-
Nenaxi?
Of Nenaxi.
Do they not deserve to see justice done? This man is boasting about killing their loved ones.
yeah, I'd do it again.
I'm gonna unsheath my axe. I'm gonna step over to this man. I'm gonna grab him by, his collar. I'm going to pull him towards me. I'm going to look at him.
Are there like children in the crowd? Like what's the demographic
Not
here?
that you can see.
I mean, you can yell to have people close their eyes. It's totally fine.
I don't
I
want
mean,
to
the
be
whole
up.
crowd screamed, kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to be up on this stage. I got forced up here.
you can step down. That's up to you. Pull this man towards me.
I just start chanting into the crowd, kill him, kill
I'm gonna look him in the eyes. Your crimes. That is what caused this.
Yeah, man. Sure. Crimes. Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the stage.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A best judgment is a silent judgment. Justice that you keep talking about can't be done here. These people didn't ask to see a murder. These people asked for it to be dealt with.
This isn't a murder.
From the crowd, I scream, it's justice! And I start approaching the stage.
Does anyone in the crowd cheer when she yells it's justice?
At least some. Yeah.
Yeah, still fuming, I storm the stage. I go, you wanted a democracy. You asked the people what they
Take
wanted.
that back. A fair amount of people.
Yeah.
The people asked for him to be killed. They asked for justice.
And so if the deed is done, what does it matter if they see it or not?
So then ask the crowd, and I pan to the crowd, do you want to see it?
A little bit less than half of the people. Yeah, woo! Only slightly less than half, not, a significant amount.
There's apprehension laying with a majority of the crowd. They're remaining silent because they don't know what to think.
That's fine, Crumb. It's not about the violence. It's about the justice.
This can be dealt with elsewhere.
And I'm gonna push this man's face into the ground, and I'll tie this man up as well, and I'll put him in a separate pile. And I'm gonna gag him with part of my blanket.
Okay. You wrap your blanket around you.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
You drop him off somewhere else, quiet, silent.
Next person, Chessa.
Next man steps forward. Goes, well, yeah, my name is William Amblehearth. Listen, man, my kid's sick. I needed the gold to buy his treatments. I wasn't happy about but it paid well.
How many lives were you rewarded for, sir?
Well, not many. I really only did it once in a while when my kid was real bad.
Is your child still with us today?
Is he still alive? Yeah.
So the treatments did him well.
He has to get them every now and again to, sometimes it acts up, but...
Did you kill anybody?
Maybe.
Funny the things we excuse.
He had a really bad rash.
So you traded someone else's
For a rash,
life.
really? That's the direction you're going with?
It was like these cancer treatments, like, alright,
Was the
fine.
treatment a rash, or was the guy he killed, did he have a rash?
Everyone go.
They were sick! He had a rash!
He was a little
traded-
That's like athlete's foot. I'm sorry, dude.
I gotta put him down.
He's got really sore muscles. It's just...
Shin splints. Got to go.
So you traded the life of someone else's loved one. You murdered them in cold blood because your son had a rash.
It was really itchy. And he would complain.
I'm gonna just grab him
lot.
and put him in the murder pile.
Don't. It is not our choice.
Flint, the people will speak for themselves. Remember?
Raise your hands for justice.
Reform.
I was going in the other direction.
Reform.
That's fine. Reform first, then raise your hands. Everyone put your hands down. Reform first. Raise your
And you
hands.
see people just kind of like looking
Now
around at
I'm
one
just
another.
confused and I
Hands
don't
are
want
going
to
up and
vote.
down. People are and soon all of the hands are down and everyone kind of looks down.
Okay, let's take a moment. We're going to start with reform. Raise your hands if you want this man to be reformed.
Majority of the hands go up.
Fine. Tie him up that pile. Thank you.
Yep. Tie him up and toss him into the reform pile. And when I put him into the reform pile, I'm going to kneel next to him, and I will also whisper to this man, your life and your son's life are mine now. You will be silent,
See it go.
or you will die.
It just keeps getting quieter.
Next.
All right, you see a woman steps forward. Hang on.
Oh, I can't wait for this voice, DJ.
What do you think all the magic items were made of? The bones of the ones I killed.
Steps forward and she's an older lady. Goes,
Okay, Mama.
yeah,
Oh my god!
I did it. Yeah.
What is your name?
Is she just dying on stage?
Hi. My name is Mara
Mara?
Braunharth, and I'm not really proud of what I did.
Should hope not.
I just was homeless for a while. I was sleeping under an upturned canoe. I needed a home.
Mara, how many lives did you take?
Only 2.
I thought she was going to say only a little. Only a little lives.
Little lives.
2. Just enough to buy a house. And then I kind of lived there. Maybe more than 2. There were a couple when I had to buy food. couple when my son.
Had a rash.
That's my husband over there.
My son.
They were both doing it, just didn't say anything to the other spouse.
Where's this extra money coming from? I don't
Oh, it's that
Overtime
old
at the
story
canoe.
where the guy
That's
gets
a
the
canoe.
hairbrush for the lady and she cuts her hair.
My son wanted to take up adventuring, so I had to
Kill a couple people
get a couple
as you
people to
do.
get some money so he could buy equipment.
Son was doing T-ball, had to buy him a bat. So
I
he
read
killed
a
the
helmet.
He
Flint
read
just-
some story about like an iceberg.
Flint just rubs his eyes. Families are the fucking worst.
And there was
Tell me about it.
He was convinced there was some kind of wealth in this iceberg, and he was going to go find it. So I had to get a couple more bodies, get some money to buy his equipment, so he could go trekking out for this iceberg.
So then when he came back with the wealth, you could buy the bodies back.
No, what? No.
Okay, so that's not how it works, trading lives for wealth.
Oh, well, I guess when you put it like that.
Give them the choice, Chessa.
Once again, those in favor of reform?
And you see a couple hands go up.
Those in favor of murder?
See a lot of hands go up.
Okay. Just very confused as to why this lady who killed a couple people. Alright,
Well, she killed a couple people, and then a couple more, and then a couple more.
sure, but
Seems like
just-
it's probably a lot.
Yeah, but the first guy was like 500.
That's
something.
fair.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
He definitely should have been put in the
And
mud.
they were like, eh, it's
People
fine,
got
he's a human
feelings.
guy.
Yeah, I guess.
I just grab her by the wrist and just confused, just tie her wrist up. Just
Yeah,
Throw her
well,
into the corner.
I guess I had this coming.
well,
Yes.
it's coming, but okay.
Curious the things we excuse. Next person, Chessa.
The son had a rash. He killed a bunch of people. They're like, he's alright. I'm still confused.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Another lady steps forward. Damn it, I gotta stop doing ladies. If there's ever just a lot of men, it's only because I can only do a man's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Another lady steps forward. She goes, well, my name is Neil Dunfast.
Neil?
Neil?
Neo.
Neil.
Jay.
Letting it off for my daughter, sweet Caroline.
It's spelled N-E-E-L. So for some reason, I read that as a female. It doesn't really matter.
It's fine.
What's
Neo.
her name?
Neil, lady woman.
Neil. Neil Dunfast.
Done fast.
Dunfast. Yep.
Kneeled on fast.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I got a lot in middle school.
Go ahead, Chessa.
Speak.
Well,
Let's just kill her.
I'm gonna be honest. I kill a lot of people.
Why?
Money.
For what?
Stuff.
All in favor of reform.
Violence?
Okay.
I want to, like, grab her by the hair and just throw her into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just had to write the note. Did it to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Next person.
Guy steps forward and he goes, "Yeah, my name is Ever Grimhorn.
Ever?
Ivor. Ivor.
You know, like Bon Iver.
I-V-E-R?
I-V-O-R.
I-V-O-R.
Ivor.
Ivor.
What's his last name?
Grimhorn.
What'd you do?
My wife.
Right into reforms, he goes.
I'm fucking living no matter what.
What did you do? My wife.
That's good.
My wife was pregnant.
We get it.
We didn't have a lot of money, and
Didn't have a lot.
I wanted to pay for my child to have a better life than I did.
So you took life from others.
I didn't. I never killed anyone. I only found dead bodies.
Great. In this instance, an important distinction for the most part. All in favor of reform?
Many hands. More than half hands.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's not my decision, it's the people's decision. Thank them. And apologize for what you've done.
My bad.
Let's try that again.
My bad.
No.
No, not that.
You desecrated the corpses of their loved ones. Let's try something genuine this time.
My condolences.
It's a bit closer.
That'll do.
People don't know how to be human.
Clearly not. Next.
4, 5, 6,
Nicholas
7
Nackerton walks up.
I've been murdered.
He dissipates.
It was my shop got stolen from me.
So I killed him.
My name is Rin Bolsky.
Just one name.
Boltsky.
Rin.
Oh, got it. Okay.
My name is Rin. I did it because I wanted to.
Okay. Yep. All
yeah.
in favor of reform?
Is that the end of your...
Oh yeah, that's it. I just wanted to.
Great. All in favor of justice?
Woo!
Yeah. Okay. What?
All in favor of reform?
Silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up with
Justice
Ivor?
is,
Ivor?
Did it because his wife was pregnant.
Okay.
And he didn't
My
actually
wife.
kill anybody.
He didn't
took
kill a
bodies.
single person.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, reform?
Yep. Next.
Who was the other Goliath?
Rune?
Rune?
Okay.
Yeah, he probably bailed.
And the last guy walks up.
Mm-hmm.
He's steps forward and he goes, "Yeah, my name's Orth Farfast.
Arf-ast?
Orth Farfast.
Horith.
Orth.
Fart. Got it.
Orville
Redmar. Orith Far.
Orek
Fart
vacuum.
ass.
Fart ass. Far ass. Kill him.
And
We'll always love you.
we'll always love."
I didn't want to interrupt with that. I thought the same fucking thing. And yeah.
And
Oh my god.
I don't know the words to that at all.
No.
You don't say.
I thought
Those aren't the lyrics.
Can we just
Said it's a real DJ.
Can we just like get the opening to the Lion King and just insert that audio, please? Thanks. If anybody's bored and has time, we can just cut that out.
I mean, I feel like that'd
Yeah,
probably be
please,
more
thank
English
you.
than what's happening.
God.
I mean, the song's not in English, but...
Yeah.
No, I know. Neither is this conversation.
So I kind of did it partly because I wanted to, but mostly because they had my wife captured and they threatened to kill her if I didn't.
You could have just led with that.
Well, I wanted to save my wife.
Who captured your wife?
The guards.
Where is your wife?
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't
did
ask
all
for
this and you-
proof of life?
Well, they told me if I stopped, they would kill her.
You sure your wife didn't just leave?
He kind of looks over at the pile of one of the pile by and goes, she did spend a lot of time with Will. Will, where's my wife?
Will, what's your response?
What is Will say?
I don't know where his wife is. She's not. Nope, I don't know.
Insight check.
Yeah.
18.
He's a lying sack of shit.
Okay. Great.
I'll just straight up give it to you. He's lying.
Yeah.
What pile is Will in?
Reform.
If you'd like to not move to the other pile, Will, I suggest you speak. We're on kind of a path of redemption here. Lying would not be helpful.
Alright, fine. Yeah, I took his wife.
But that doesn't answer the question. Where is she?
Biblically,
Did you kill her and
or-
dump her body in the fucking woods?
Oh.
Where is she?
In your basement?
Yeah. Can we...
She may have been one of the bodies that I sold.
Let's
Oh,
circle
that-
back to this man here.
We'll
We'll come back to that. For this gent on stage, all in favor of reform,
A lot of hands.
take him to that pile. For Will now, all in favor of reform still. All in favor of justice for Will.
Woo! Hands.
All right,
Get on over, buddy.
pick him up and pop him in the other pile.
Alright.
Yeah.
Will the one with the sun with the
Yep.
rash.
The rash son.
Yeah, I thought he should have been another
Yeah,
fucking pile
yeah,
anyway, so
good.
that's better off.
It's gonna be fine.
So we're done here now.
So the reform pile is Orith, Ivor, and then Andal Fleetlight, the, man who
that killed
killed 520 people.
Yeah, that
Do we
Real-
want to do like a check on that one
real
again?
happy with that one.
repull the room.
Yeah, can we repull the room now that we've gotten an accurate reading from everybody? Can we repull on the first man here?
Does anyone want to speak for these people?
Is there not a single person here who would speak out against any of these allegations? Anybody who could speak on the behalf of their character outside of their job position?
For better or worse?
I mean, they all admitted to killing people and selling dead bodies. If it were up to me, I'd kill them all.
Like the way this guy
This
thinks.
guy doesn't shut up.
That guy for mayor.
Right?
He's got a lot of
Did
opinions.
none of you
I love that dude.
did none of you know any of these people outside of them being guards?
I sure didn't.
Shut the fuck up, sir.
No, I mean, they all kind of just lived in the guard towers and never really came out.
I have to ask, is it a different person or is it that guy doing it? I had to go.
No!
No!
It's definitely just that dude doing the voice.
To the people on stage, like not to the crowd, were these outsiders that got hired to come in to do this, or do they live in Nenaxi?
It's maybe similar to the two of you.
I mean, if they don't, never mind. I think we need to start discussing what we're doing with the surviving guards.
Tie him up and lock him somewhere for right now until we get a prison built.
Mm-hmm.
We could take all of the things out of Ziphli's tower and use it as a prison.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Very
the one that's already
large,
burned.
lavish place for
Not
Three
so
people.
lavish
Remove
if we
all of the
remove
things.
items.
Stone
Sure.
walls.
Maybe
Hey, do y'all still need me or can I go?
Thank you,
never
Mary.
had to stay. You could have left the
You
whole
never
time.
Alright, I'm gonna go get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Great, have a great day.
Justice, reform of that guy.
And he stops and he goes, Lufit, are you here? Oh, damn, I guess he's back at the bar already.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of meanders away, and you see everyone else just kind of like looking around, holding their hands up, like,
I was waiting for him to be like, oh shit, I'm Lufin.
Cut to Lufin sitting at the bar going, "Where's the fucking head? Dude, he had the fucking head! It's
He
there!
still hasn't
Nobody believes me!
Just drinking and sobbing.
Why?"
and everyone else just kind of like looks at one another, just kind of tossing their hands up, and you,
Well, we are here.
yeah.
the subject of leadership in this city has to be addressed.
Offer them government, Jessa.
Man, you hear a voice. He goes, yeah, you're right. And he starts like pushing people out of the way to walk to the stage, and he goes, that position will be mine.
And who are you, sir?
I don't fucking think so.
My name is Memdap.
Memdap.
Oh, not Memdap.
I'm the Dark Master. I know this city better than anyone. Like the back of my hand. I worked hard to be where I am. I expect to lead this city.
Yeah, there's not going to be like a single leader thing.
That may be true.
That's fine. I'll take a council.
That choice will not be yours alone. You'll get a say in the matter, as will all of these people.
No, the city's mine. I've worked for it.
Doesn't matter who you were in old Nenaxi. This is a new city.
Oh, friends. How many things have been shipped out of Nenaxi? How many bodies has this man ferried?
And we'll leave it there.
Hell yeah.
TJ, I'm gonna cut his head off.
I know.
Go.
Well, friends, thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for the raids and the follows, as well as the donation this evening. We really, really appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. If you're new here, make sure you follow us. You can find us again. We stream D&D 3 times a week. And we'll be back next on Tuesday for the City of Oshwamp at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're new here, you can also go to our website, notgreatrpg.com, to find out more about us. Look up our podcast, our YouTube videos, coupons for a bunch of different tabletop companies. Thank you guys very much. We love you. And feel free to join our community on Discord, !Discord, if you want. We're trying to make it more active and have a bunch of people chatting there. So if
We
you
got an
are
art
interested,
channel.
yeah, we have an art
got
channel.
A pet channel, which is probably the
The
best
most important one.
Yeah, honestly, it really is.
We got general chat and
Gaming chat.
Gaming
Only
chat.
for generals.
Yeah, only for
general.
Generals exclusively.
Ooh. I have an idea. Remind me when we end stream to talk to y'all about it.
Okay.
Very good.
There's plenty of places.
Yeah.
We got D&D question and answer.
I think we
You
can
just
do that
answered
one.
my question.
Many big content.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, friends.
Goodbye.